revealed, every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip-hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke news TV. I sit back and wait on it, cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke news TV. We back in the building, breaking down the latest. Every story got layers, everybody got opinions. I'ma do the homework first, looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip-hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it, cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building, breaking down the latest. Every story got layers, everybody got opinions. I'ma do the homework first, looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building.
Welcome back, everybody. We back in the building, man. Smash that like button once y'all come in the building. Do me that favor. That junk is absolutely free. Smash the like button. It ain't gonna hurt or cause y'all. Smash that like button. Do me that favor. While y'all coming in, the only thing I need is that like, that hype, and that sub. That's all I need. And share the video. If you want to get down with the team, get your membership, Team Smoke. You can also help and support the channel by the Cash App on the banner. There's also a super chat. And there's also other ways you can support too. Go get the membership and smash the like button. Smash that hype button on the side of the video. It's 3 dots. You're going to see a hype button. Smash the hype button also. What's good, everybody? And follow me on Kick also. We live on Kick. I got the Kick link in the chat. So we live on Kick also. So go smash that link on Kick and follow me over there also if you could do me that favor. But what's good, everybody, man? What's good, Pretty Ma? What's good, Tanisha? Miss Special? What's good, Brent? Brent Black? What it do? Jay Miller, what up, chat? Military Base, what up? Who else we got up here so far, man? JD5 Liddy, man, what up, chat? Tell you what's going on. We got Tanya on cart right in the building. Shout out Maurice Jones. Shout out to Dust TV. Shout out to Michael Parker. Shout out to everybody that's pulling in because, yeah, they're not saying they're going to be on these people's neck. They going down to the DA now. They ain't playing no games. Shout out to Ben Crump and shout out to Nolan Wells family for handling their business every time and not being lazy and making sure this shit gets settled once and for all. Yeah, that part. Yeah. They went down to the DA building and they sat one on one with the DA lady. They want some more investigation. They need phones. They need phones from the other kids. They need all that. And there's no reason why the other kids we should have at least went through their phone. No reason. So now they got the DA on their neck, as they should, as they should. Get that DA out of here, man. That DA, man, that junk is terrible. Shout out to Sean Bless, man. Salute to Sean Bless. Shout out to Angela Sims. What up? What up? Shout out to Gina Brooks. What up, Gina? Yeah, we in the building. We gotta get some more people in it. Make sure y'all smash that like button when y'all coming in the building, man. 40 likes, man. Come on, we should have at least about damn match limit 50 likes at least. Come on, gang. For people that's watching, man, smash the goddamn like button if you have it. If you're watching on the TV, go on your phone. You can smash the like button on your phone, or your tablet, or your MacBook, or your laptop, your computer, whatever. Smash that like button. Let's get this copyright out the way, man. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here, absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. The clips and the videos I play, they also owned by the original creators. Yeah. Yeah, we back. We back on this Nolan on Wells case. Yeah, Mr. Big Bad Wolf ain't got no arrest. The DA, they on her neck now. And we got an interview with Javon, with his mom and shit. His mom and Javon, they did the interview. Oh, we're gonna go through that interview right there. Yeah, we're gonna go through that interview. Yeah, they did the interview too. So we're gonna go through their little interview too. And we got the full interview too, where they did the little interview. Now we got Javon and the mom. If y'all don't know Javon mom is actually the person that went and got the phone for Mama Love. That's Mama Love, homegirl. They tight, whatever, pause. They did an interview. Yeah, her and her son Javon did an interview. So we're gonna go through that too. We're gonna hear what they gotta say a little bit, know what I mean? We're gonna go through the press conference in front of the DA office. Yeah, that part too. And yeah, we got a couple of things we gotta talk about. There's a couple little loopholes, pause going on. There's a couple of people making fake pages, a couple of people spinning the narratives, a couple of people making AI on videos of Mama Love and shit, talking about she ain't doing the funeral. It's a lot of weird shit going on. Obviously, all the shit going on, but nobody arrested. Make it make sense. Can we start with tampering with the phone, tampering with evidence? Mrs. DA over there. Yeah, we're gonna call you Miss DA and Mr. Big Bad Wolf, the sheriff. Y'all like bring justice. Because it would be ridiculous if this DA lady, or sir, I think it's a lady, if you don't press no charges, don't get an arrest, don't put you gotta do something. Because obviously the feds are coming down because Ocean Springs, y'all not handling y'all business. And like I said yesterday, the day before yesterday, if it wasn't for Nolan Wells' parents doing their own investigation, this should be right now. People would be asleep right now. Everybody be asleep. The case will just keep on dragging if you really depended on the law enforcement. It's nasty work out here, man. Yeah, it's a woman, right, Miss Special? Yeah, that's what I figured. I think she's a woman. Miss Jennifer, what's going on? Shout out to Miss Jennifer 581. Mar, what up, gang? Yeah, it's a woman. We got a DA woman. So now they got to do their business. At the end of the day, y'all got to handle y'all business, man. Y'all have to handle y'all business. If not, the feds going to come. The funeral's next week, and we still didn't even get an autopsy. Make it make sense. Hold up. The funeral is, ugh. You seen that face? That's that. What's in there on the rocks? I said, ugh. Tequila on the rocks, man. Anyway, why we ain't got an autopsy yet? Ocean Springs. Why we ain't got an autopsy yet? Can I ask y'all that question? You know what's crazy? You know what else is crazy, gang? That Mama Love said in his press conference, which we about to get to right now in front of the DA building. Mama Love said she only got in contact with the sheriff one time, and that was last Tuesday. How long it is right now? What, we in Wednesday, July 15th? So that's a week and one day. Last time they even hollered at her, talked to her, gave her any type of update, anything. She said they don't even hot. And she said the only reason she actually got in contact with them last Tuesday, according to Mama Love, she said she had to call them. Now sit back and think about this shit right quick. Says she never would have made that phone call, pardon my language. Says she never would have made that phone call. We'll be going on. Say Ben Crump never would have came down there. It would be going on and on. Not for nothing. These kids will be playing PS5. They'll be enjoying their summertime. Katie will still be in the bars and shit. Katie over there. Katie's over here. Katie's over there. And Katie's over here. Katie's all over the goddamn place. Now they trying to say it's two Katies. They saying the girl that called Pops when he was at the house looking for the keys and she called one of the boys up there, they saying that's a whole nother Katie. You can't make this shit up, right? I just want to know who the hell is Katie because her name is all over this shit every day, every morning, every hour, every second, every story. I mean, the sheriff might well say he was with Katie too. Yeah, you know, I ain't doing my investigation right because I've been hanging out with Katie. You might as well say the same thing, Mr. Sheriff. You been hanging out with Katie too? That's why you're not doing your goddamn job? Can't make this shit up. Smash that like button while y'all coming in, man. We got 57 likes, over 100-something people in the building. Let's smash the like button while y'all coming in. We about to get to the video right now of Mama Love and Pops and Ben Crump in front of the DA building, and they're gonna break shit down, obviously, and what happened inside the building. A little bit of talking, a little bit of whatever, a little bit of lies and twists, which I think they actually doing in front of Ben Crump face. I think they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna find something. We're gonna try to charge somebody." No, they're gonna wait a little bit. If nobody gonna get charged by the time Nolan Wells' funeral come next week, this shit is bugged out. That funeral is next Tuesday. And it's a big funeral. It's in a big convention. It's a big funeral. Ain't one of those everybody gonna come eating soul food, be crying. Nah, Mama Love said she ain't having that shit. She said, we're gonna do it how my son wanted. Everybody enjoy, everybody laugh, everybody, it's gonna be a little party, and that's how we're gonna enjoy my son. This is what Mama Love is saying. And that funeral is next Tuesday. If we don't get an autopsy or no arrest, this shit is crazy to me. How the hell we get a funeral, no arrest, no autopsy, and we got the funeral already coming next week? Man, let's continue, man. Smash that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Yo, Miles, y'all know what to do. Any little BS, y'all already know, gang. But let's continue. Let's get to the shout out to Truth Talk with Bree. Salute, Truth Talk with Bree, man. Salute. Let's get to the video of the Mama Love and Pops in front of the DA building and actually talking about what conversation they had inside there. Let's get to it. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video.
Good morning. I'm Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Lisa Park, Attorney Eric Hurts, Justin Preston, and Cliff Jones. We have the honor of representing the family of Nolan Wells. We have present with us his mother and father, Christine and Elmore. We've just had an opportunity to meet with District Attorney Angel McElgrath and some members of her team. We had a very respectful meeting. The thing I assume some of you may know, the thing to announce, she shared with the family that there will be a grand jury that she will turn this case over to once they have collected all the information and finished their investigation. We also agreed that we will have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts. Attorney Eric Hurts is helping lead the investigation team with former law enforcement experts who are going to help us with the cell phone download. So everybody will be able to see at the same time what the cell phone has. We also talked about trying to make sure we dot every I and cross every T. I know that we're getting about 50 calls a day to 100 calls a day from people who were there on Horn Island, people who are familiar with individuals that were there on Horn Island. And so we continue to be
So Big Crump saying he getting a lot of phone calls on a low. Hold up, what we got here? We got what? We got Shantae, Laundry Shantae. She said, like, what? What she, okay, we don't know what you're talking. Salute, Smoke, man, this whole situation. Okay, salute. Salute, Shantae. Yeah, but we got Big Crump saying he getting a couple phone calls here. He said they getting phone calls on the low that they don't want them people to find out because, like I said, you got a judge, you got high enforcement, you got lawyers involved that's involved with these kids, the 3 Caucasian kids. And don't forget that, like I told y'all before, remember I said who took the picture of Nolan and the 3 white boys? So there's more people on that boat that we don't know about because they ain't had no goddamn selfie stick that took this picture right here. Hold on, let me just show y'all so I can remind the people right quick. Now I ain't seen no selfie stick in this picture. So we all know somebody else was on that goddamn boat plus others. Yeah, we're gonna say others. So that's the thing I want to know. I want to know how many people was on this boat right here when they took this picture. This is what I want to know. Like, who else is on this boat? Who took this picture? Who's the other people on this boat that took this picture with Nolan and his 3 Caucasian friends? Can we get some names? Because I don't see no selfie stick over here. And I mean, somebody holding the shit. Yeah, let's take a selfie, Nolan. May his soul rest in peace. It was more people on that boat that it actually got on. But we never got who the hell's the other people on the boat. Somebody obviously took a picture. Somebody's riding the boat. Somebody's driving that shit. So who the hell's the other people? That's the question I want to know. Well, y'all gonna say Katie took the picture and Katie driving the boat too? We're gonna say that now, huh? We're gonna say Katie took the picture and she's driving the boat. Yeah, Katie was driving the boat. She stopped the boat and took the picture. So Katie all over the place, huh? Yeah, man, I can't, bro. Let's continue with this press conference, man. Black Friends was in on it. You think the Black Friends was in on it, Terrence? Who think the Black Friends was in on this? Y'all think Lil J Von knows something he don't want to say nothing? Because the only black friend we got, obviously, from an interview is Lil J Von. And we're going to get to the interview what he did with him and his mom. We're going to review that shit also. But anybody think that his black friends got anything to do with it or know more than what the hell they telling us? Y'all think that shit going on too? Let's continue though. But I know one thing, there's more people on that boat and they ain't goddamn Katie. You ain't going to tell me Katie riding a boat and Katie taking pictures at the same goddamn time. No, somebody took that picture and somebody riding that boat. Who's the other individuals on that boat? Why we want to get these 3 individuals that's taking a picture with Nolan? Let's continue. Shit don't make no sense.
Fast and trying. Attorney Eric Hertz is helping lead the investigation team with former law enforcement experts who are going to help us with the cell phone download. So everybody will be able to see at the same time what the cell phone has. We also talked about trying to make sure we dot every I and cross every T. I know that we're getting about 50 calls a day to 100 calls a day from people who were there on Horn Island, people who are familiar with individuals that were there on Horn Island. And so we continue to be steadfast in trying to get to the truth of why Nolan Wells is dead. At this time, we'll have Attorney Hertz say a few words, and then Christine and Elmore will just talk about the homegoing services and celebration for Nolan, and then we'll take a few of your questions. Attorney Eric Hertz.
Thank you. Right now, there's a lot of unanswered questions. We appreciate the district attorney meeting with us, but because of certain types of confidentiality that even the victims are not allowed to know, we did not get all the answers we want. We have an independent investigation going on that involves former law enforcement, federal agents that are going to be looking into all the different information we got. The calls are coming in and we're getting a lot of information. Some of the people that I spoke to are not talking with law enforcement here. We're going to be trying to get them to cooperate with each other because we want to make sure the narrative, which has been put out that is false, is going to be corrected. So at this point, we just ask everybody to keep calling in if you have any information. and let us know. And I personally, if we validate you're a legitimate call, we'll call you and talk to you. And I thank you all for showing up today.
And now, Christine and Elmore will just share with you some details of the homegoing celebration for their son.
Come on, gang. For the people that just coming in, do me one favor. Smash that like button. It's 72 likes. We should have about at least 100 likes by now. Smash the like button. Do me that favor. Smash that like, that hype, and that sub. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Give me the like button, though. Smash the like button. Grab your membership. Be part of Team Smoke. But smash the like button while you're coming in the building. Can you do me that favor? Let's get them likes up. I need about 28 more likes to get to 100. Let's get them likes up. Come on, let's continue. That's what I said, JD5. With a goddamn autopsy. You get what I'm saying, Chad? It's goddamn Wednesday. It's about to be Thursday tomorrow. We still ain't get an autopsy from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Where is the autopsy at down there? The law enforcement, the court. Where's the goddamn Ocean Springs autopsy? The medical center. What's going on here? This shit happened July 4th. Y'all found the body on Monday. July what? 6th. What day we in? July 15th. And we still didn't get an autopsy. We getting all these interviews, all this weird shit going on, but we ain't getting no autopsy. Let's continue, man. Smash that like button. Get them likes up, man. Let's get some more likes. Before we continue, man, let's get some more likes, man. Let's get some more likes in the building, but let's continue because this little press conference kind of long too.
Hello, everyone. So, the homegoing celebration, the funeral will be held at Center Point Church in Ocean Springs. It is going to be, visitation will be 9 to 11, and then the funeral will start after that. The plan is for the repast because, again, we want to celebrate Nolan. And he would not...
Salute to Lawrence, man, for that $10 chat. Salute to Lawrence for the $10 chat. Appreciate that for the super chat, man. Salute Smoke. They're holding back the autopsy because something ain't right. That's a fact, Lawrence. I said the same thing. We should have been got it from Ocean Springs. Salute for that $10 chat on super chat on champ. I appreciate that.
want us to be
for their son.
Hello, everyone. So, the homegoing celebration, the funeral will be held at Center Point Church in Ocean Springs. It is going to be, visitation will be 9 to 11, and then the funeral will start after that. The plan is for the repast because, again, we want to celebrate Nolan. And he would not want us to be sitting around crying and eating. And so what we're going to do is kind of have a party to celebrate him, and that'll be held at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. So we really do want to keep it for family and friends. We are going to allow media to come in as well. And
so we got the media at the funeral. That's pretty good thing because we're going to see who all going to be there. Like somebody said, Dante said, watch them boys don't even show up to the funeral. Hey, Dante, I'm about to throw you a wrench, too. I forgot to give you one, so grab that wrench. I'm about to throw you one.
lastly, I just...
His teammates.
Oh, absolutely. Teammates. We've already contacted Coach Les George because we want to make sure that those guys are there. Former teammates from high school, middle school, teams that he played against. You guys are all welcome. But of course, you know, we want to make sure that our families for sure and close friends get there. So I do want to just say for those of you, again, if you are having protests, even the day of his service, I am asking you guys to just keep it peaceful. Nolan would never want any type of violence or anything like that. He was not that kind of person. So if you guys would, again, just be peaceful, and to the community, thank you so much. Just the outpouring of love, support. We've had some local officials. Mayor Casey Vaughn from Gaucher has reached out to us. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. He has, it's almost been every day. He's been texting to check on us. Also, Jeffrey Hullum, thank you so much. He's been texting pretty much every day. Receiving a lot of stories from Nolan's teachers, which just warms my heart, his classmates, teammates. So again, for those of you who have donated to the GoFundMe, once again, I stress, if you are not financially able to, we're not begging for that money, okay? If you're not financially able to, we understand. We thank you for whatever you can give, but if you cannot, if you would, just keep us in your prayers. And to his friends, stay strong, and please just take care of your mental health, because I know this is a lot. It's a lot for us, and I know you guys are feeling some of that too. So thank you all.
Are there any questions? Yes.
Attorney Crump, Skyler Henry here with CBS News. The last time that you spoke in a setting like this, I know you guys were hoping to get results back from an independent autopsy. I know you mentioned that Nolan had been sent to
Washington, D.C.
Is there anything to share on that front?
Not at this time, but we hope soon, very soon. Obviously, we're concentrating on the funeral services, but hopefully shortly thereafter, we will be able to tell some findings of the preliminary autopsy. Still waiting on some things. And I also, while we're talking about funeral services, want to thank Mr.
You see how Ben Crump said they're still waiting on some things from the autopsy, but see, he's speaking on his behalf. He's speaking on the independent one. He's not speaking on Ocean Springs one, unless he obviously is. But I don't really think he's speaking on Ocean Spring autopsy, because obviously he don't trust the system down there. So he said, and then we got a video of some ladies, two ladies talking about they seen the body. I don't really want to go about that because I don't know who them two ladies are, but we got a video of that shit. Know what I mean? But let's continue with this, because until I see I'm not gonna go by two ladies go viral because they saying that they seen the autopsy. I don't really think they did. I think they just did that shit to go viral, to be honest. The two ladies that everybody's seeing. So I ain't really take that shit too serious, but we're gonna play a video with Secret Sam. He got them on the video, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Let's continue with Ben Crump though.
Tyler Perry for paying for the funeral.
Absolutely.
As well as Colin Kaepernick for helping to shoulder the expense of the independent autopsy. And I thank Reverend Al for agreeing to officiate the funeral services. Yes, sir.
Aaron Gilchrist with NBC News. Mr. and Mrs. Wansley, you said from the very beginning that for you, this was really about getting some answers about what happened to your son. Do you feel like after your meeting today, you have any more clarity on what happened?
Well, it was just a meeting where she talked about the process. She didn't tell us any information about the investigation too much, because those things are, as she said, her role and what she has to do. But they still have questions, and that's not insignificant to this meeting. It's just in general. Every morning they wake up and there's a hole in their heart, and they are trying to say, what happened to my son? Obviously, they feel strongly that he would not have just stayed behind. He wouldn't have left his cell phone. And so we're trying to get to those answers.
Attorney Crump, Brian Rose, GC Wire. There's been a lot of misinformation that's been spread online, especially the pool picture that was shared by you, and you had said that...
Well, I didn't share it, I reposted it. We're reposting everything.
Let them know, Crump. We reposting everything. You goddamn right. We don't even care that shit. Hey, y'all make believe Katie over there, Katie at the store, Katie in the bedroom, Katie driving a boat. We posting everything. Because like Ben Crump about to say, everything counts. Everything we receive in our office counts. We just can't let everything just go past us like the big bad wolf, the sheriff down there, that he's getting all this information that Big Crump getting. How the hell you ain't getting the information Big Crump is getting, Mr. Sheriff? Yeah, the reason why I'm going after the sheriff because you're the big bad wolf in the town. You're supposed to be making arrests. How the hell Ben Crump, he don't even live there. And he's getting way more information than the law enforcement in that town. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How the hell Ben Crump is getting phone calls, but you ain't getting phone calls? You know what phone calls you getting? Hey, Steve, make sure you cover that up. Come on, man. We got to do it for the boys, man. We got to do it for the boys. Make sure you cover it up. Take your time on it. Take your little time. Don't drop the autopsy yet, Steve. Don't. That's what they doing over here. Because how the hell the sheriff ain't getting no information and you got the nerve to go on television talking about, yeah, I would like the public to try to send me some type of videos or photos. Are you kidding me right now? Are you shitting me right now? But Ben Crump is getting all this type of information, getting pictures, dropping them on the social media. Ben Crump don't even care if this shit look real or not. He's saying he investigating all that shit, as y'all should, the law enforcement down in Ocean Springs. Hello? You still there, Sheriff? Hello? Why are you not doing Ben Crump's job? Ben Crump is doing your job. Mama Love and the Pop is doing y'all job. Everybody's doing y'all job but y'all. And y'all getting salary in donuts and goddamn coffee and iced coffee all day and shit. Come on, man. Man, do y'all job down there. What are we doing here? That's what bugged me out when Ben Crump started talking like that. Yeah, you getting information. We getting this. Yeah, we getting pictures. I don't care if they real or not. We doing investigation. That's the key goddamn word. Investigation. So the law enforcement in Ocean Spring, Ben Crump doing y'all job. Mama Love is doing y'all job. Pops is doing y'all job. And others is doing y'all job too. The phone calls y'all receiving, make sure you cover it up, Steve. Come on now. We got to do it for the boys. Make sure you cover it up. Those are the phone calls you receiving, allegedly. And everything I speak on this video is alleged. It don't make no sense how you ain't getting no information. We hearing Katie over here, Katie over there. Katie live in your town. Who made the phone call and told Pops where the keys at? That's an investigation. The girl obviously was in the house before they left to the island. I can't, bro. You got a girl that called the house. Pops come to the door. Knock, knock. I want my son keys. What's going on here? Nobody act like they don't know where the car keys at. A girl call up there. Damn near 15 minutes later, she tell the boys like, yeah, the key. Yeah, the key's on top of the Xbox. Yeah, little Steve, go upstairs. It's on top of the Xbox. That's an investigation right there because obviously them and the girl was there before they left the island. So why nobody's investigating her? That made a phone call and told Pops where the keys at on top of the Xbox. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Sheriff. You still there? You can't make this shit up, man. Hey, Rock, what up, man? You can't make this shit up. You really just can't make this shit up, man. Imaginary Katie. I swear that's exactly what it is. You can't make this shit up. Ben Crump doing their job. Mama Love doing her job. Pops doing their job. But the law enforcement ain't doing a goddamn thing. We still didn't even get an autopsy for them. And the first thing they did, I'll tell you what job they did. Hold on, I'm going to tell you what job they did. When they first found the body, oh, yeah, he was proud to go on the news report. Yeah, there wasn't no crime. It seemed like there wasn't no crime in the body, and the body seemed fine. This is what the sheriff said. But then a week go by, 2 weeks then there go by. You talking about you ain't got not one clue, not one evidence, not one investigation, not one arrest. If you don't get your bold, man, let's continue on Ben Crump, man. This shit just gets you mad sometimes because when you hear Ben Crump talking and you looking what's going on down there, that shit gets you mad because now you question like, yo, what the hell y'all doing over there? We know what y'all doing, allegedly. Y'all covering shit up step by step, day by day, obviously. Y'all trying to figure out what's the best story y'all could come up with. Allegedly. Let's continue.
Make it clear, we're reposting everything because, they feel strongly that he would not have just stayed behind. He wouldn't have left his cell phone. And so we're trying to get to those answers.
Terry Crump, Brian Rose, GC Wire. There's been a lot of misinformation that's been spread online, especially the pool picture that was shared by you, and you had said that...
Well, I didn't share it, I reposted it. We're reposting everything. Let's make it clear, we're reposting everything because we're trying to get people to come in and call. And so we've said from the beginning we're in a ferocious search for the truth. And so things out there we are trying to post, ask people, do you know something about this? Let us know. Just because we repost does not mean that we authenticate anything. Look at our social media. We have always been very careful to say this is a repost, and we almost always give a declaration that that's what it is, a repost. And so we want people to continue to call about everything, videos, whatever interactions they saw, and thank God we are getting dozens of people calling every day saying, I was on Horn Island, this is what I saw, I know these individuals, this is what we know. They said, we understand the sheriff's investigation has hundreds of people calling too. And so the hope is that when this is presented to the grand jury, all relevant witnesses and evidence will be presented to them so that we can have a fair and impartial investigation into the death of Nolan Wells. We were very honest and candid with the district attorney, and she was honest and candid with us. Our lived experiences tell us that we must question everything, everybody's role, law enforcement role. That is the lived experience of us as black people in America. And we would be not honoring the ancestors' sacrifices for us if we did not be honest every chance we got when we talk to power. Yes, sir.
You mentioned the false narrative out there. Well, I've seen quite a few of those, so I was wondering if you could tell us which false narrative you're talking about so we can let people know it's not true. Was there a particular false narrative you were
There's a
referring
lot
to?
of narratives out there right now, and
There's a lot of narratives we're going to try to investigate all of them.
there's a lot of narratives out there right now. I'm not going to comment on any particular one, but whenever a case this big gets in the news, people try for whatever motivations, law enforcement or whoever, people that call in, try to set up a narrative so that people will follow the narrative. Our job is to cut through all the noise and find the truth. And the truth needs to be found by unbiased investigation as well as unbiased lawyers and all the people that are out here, all you investigatory journalists and everyone else. We just ask that you keep an open mind until we get to the truth.
And one of the things I will say, we are trying desperately to figure it out. And we don't profess to have all the answers, but boy, we're trying. And so when people call and tell us this is this person, and then we get somebody saying that, no, this isn't that person, we're trying to balance it all. So we want to even be more careful ourselves to make certain that we're trying to get people to come forward. And there are a lot of people who have different perspectives. We're getting that just from the phone calls, that people who were there at the same time are saying different things. But we're going to get there. We're going to get to the truth.
So first, I
yes.
just want to say my deepest condolences to you, Christine, and Elmore. My heart hurts. I'm Brady McGill, WLOX here at home. But I want to go on and ask you, Attorney Ben Crump, you say that you were talking about the process in there with the DA. Were any affidavits or possible prosecutions or criminal actions presented to her to be signed eventually?
Hello, good question, reporter. Let's hear what Mama Love got to say. 'Cause last time she spoke to Mr. Big Bad Wolf, the goddamn sheriff, was last Tuesday. Yeah, good question on reporter. Great question. Let's continue.
Do we know it
Yeah,
right now?
and as she said, her role is confidential at this point, but so she can maintain her prosecutorial independence. Obviously, I stressed to her very strenuously to say, we want you to zealously, you and the sheriff's department, to zealously investigate this matter, and Christine and Elmore share their life experiences too. We know through our lived experiences, our life experiences. And she said that's not how our office operates. But we know in America, in the South, certain people are investigated differently. And we shared that with her. We didn't, ask that she understand our perspective, but we said we should mutually try to understand each other's perspectives, where we're coming from. And we agreed that we will try to do that.
Where are we at in the investigation of autopsy? We were supposed to get it back Friday.
Well, no, we like we said, we're waiting, let the doctors do what they do. They ain't got their autopsy back neither, so we're trying to get it right. And then when we get it, we're going to share it.
Let me ask y'all a question. What's going on with this autopsy, man? Like, why they don't want to give it to us, the public, right away? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, okay, we ain't got the independent one. Ben Crump said, hey, we waiting on his too. We trying to get it right. Once we share it, we're gonna share it. You know what I mean? So, but I'm looking at both. Like, why nobody's dropping this shit? What's going on? People want to know the truth. Did this kid actually drown? Did he have some type of drug substance in his system? Did he panic while he was swimming? Did they beat him to death, allegedly? Or did they, unalive him by accident? Like, what the hell is going on? Why is it taking so long? And according to the sheriff, his body was in great shape when we found him and shit. So they're saying his body wasn't all rotten in the water and none of that. So what's going on? What's going on? Man. I know Ben Crump and them is probably trying to find out the truth on their autopsy, whatever. They probably trying to find the real truth out, because y'all got to remember they had the body first before Ben Crump and them received the body. Ocean Springs had the body first. Then they got flown to DC after that. So maybe the independent one is probably trying to look for any type of, tampering with the body, any type of little 52 going on, any type of 52 fake out trying to do something to the body. Maybe they looking for something like that too. So we got to understand the independent autopsy. We can understand it's probably going to take a little time, but the Ocean Spring ones they ain't got no excuse. They ain't got no excuse. Y'all done sent the body to DC and everything. So why the hell, what's going on here? Why y'all don't show us the paperwork of the autopsy when y'all had it in Ocean Springs? Why you don't show us the results? Show us the documents. Show us something. What's going on here? Y'all ain't got the body no more down there in Mississippi, so why the hell is y'all taking so long? Man, this shit is crazy. They don't even got the body, and they still taking long to give us any type of results of what happened to this kid. Meaning Ocean Springs. The body's in DC. It's not in Mississippi no more. That's what I think too, Lawrence. I think they waiting on Ocean Springs to drop theirs, and I'm thinking that that's when they're gonna come back and be like, nah, what y'all doing, what y'all said, this ain't what happened. So maybe Big Crump is playing chess instead of checkers. He's waiting for them to drop their shit, and then they're gonna drop theirs. It's a smart move, though. Let's continue.
Yes, ma'am.
On Friday in the press conference, you said that you hear on the video Nolan saying,
Yes.
my freaking phone, what are you freaking doing?
That's what a witness told us, and that's what we reported out. Then another witness had come forward and said, no, that was his voice. We have other witnesses who said there were other altercations. So as Mr. Hurt said, we're trying to go through it all and so forth. And we'll be even more careful to say, this is what a witness told us in the future.
And so your team hasn't been able to look fully into that to confirm whether it was or was not Nolan.
No, we have audio people doing it, but we know certain people said it was him, and then certain people said it was not him.
Are you worried about the death threats and the violent kind of atmosphere on social media and how these fake videos and photos could play into that?
Oh my God, I saw a fake video.
Even with friends getting death threats?
We don't want anybody's life to be in harm's way just because we're trying to get to the truth of what happened to Christine and Elmore's son. We saw fake videos about AI-generated videos of Christine, and it's just god-awful as they're grieving and trying to fight for the truth, that they are also having to deal with these fake videos attacking them as they are just trying to literally bury their son next week. But we want everybody to say that we can go through this journey together for the truth. And even though we may have different viewpoints, we can all agree that everybody wants the truth. And nobody, life should be threatened for seeking the truth. Nobody should be, presumed accountable until we have evidence. His mother and father only want, and Christine has said it multiple times, she only wants what you would want. If this was your son, if this was your daughter, wouldn't you want desperately to get to the truth? Wouldn't you want people who were closest in proximity to what happened to be investigated and thoroughly investigated? We know that, if it was Nolan, how would he be investigated? So, one last question.
Really quickly, just curious about the dynamic that you guys have had, Christine and Elmore, with law enforcement up until this point. Have you all been able to speak with the sheriff, any of the lead?
Here we go. That's why I said the sheriff, you need to get your ass out of there, because that reporter, another good question. Have you ever spoke to the sheriff anytime, since the last time? Oh yeah, Mama Love about to let you know, reporter, that she haven't spoke to that sheriff since last Tuesday. Hey, Mr. Sheriff, what's going on? Let's continue.
Lead investigators?
Know that, Nolan, how would he be investigated? So, one last question.
Really quickly, just curious about the dynamic that you guys have had, Christine and Elmore, with law enforcement up until this point. Have you all been able to speak with the sheriff, any of the lead investigators, since what happened last week?
So that was actually clarified in today's meeting. The DA's office wanted to take over that communications because they do have a victim advocate, which I appreciate, but of course that wasn't what she, took responsibility and accountability for. But we were not communicated with that information. So for us, like I said before, the last time we actually spoke to someone with the sheriff's department was last Tuesday. That was via text message that I initiated, just asking for an update. So that's the biggest thing is, I appreciate that she took accountability for saying, hey, that was actually our doing. But, we have a setup now. And so the hope is that.
So they go there and talk to the DA lady. She tells her, like, yo, listen, your sheriff department, they not giving us nothing. I had to reach out to them through a text to see what's going on last Tuesday. So now the DA lady sitting back, oh my God, I'm sorry. That's on our behalf. I'm so sorry, miss. I'm so sorry. We're gonna handle this. No, you should have been handled this shit. Why do it take all this for y'all people to understand what's going on here? Her mom and his mom shouldn't have to go through. His mom should have to text him. Like what the hell? And the DA gonna talk about, oh, that's our fault. Yeah, that's our fault. We're gonna handle it. We're gonna handle it, miss. We're gonna handle it. No, you should have been handled this shit. A lot of cover up. You got the DA, you got a mother that's a judge. You telling me that judge is connected to that DA? The stepmom? You don't think they be having happy hours and drinking wine after 6 o'clock, after 5 o'clock after work? Yeah, meet me over there to just have a glass of wine and some cheese. You don't think the DA and the judge be doing that shit? Remember, the judge is the stepmother of one of the kids. Why you think they've been hesitating to give out the truth and do investigation? It took all this and Big Crump to go walk up in that DA office and let them know what the hell is going on. They know what's going on. They all in cahoons after work, after happy hours. To all my old heads, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that show Cheers? Y'all remember Cheers? How everybody used to get together and everybody was working, they was all drinking together and shit. That's exactly what they doing in that goddamn town. That it's an old show called Cheers. I wasn't on me. I was young, at the time, but I remember that show. That's exactly what the hell they doing. And it's effed up, bro. It's effed up. because they hesitating. They all meeting up at a local spot. They all having happy hour, drinking wine, drinking drafts of Coors Light, Stella, all types of shit. And they talking about this investigation. They talking about this case. But they keeping it among us. And everything I say is alleged. They on some cheers shit. Oh, man, yo. This shit is sad, champs. Let's continue, though. This shit is sad, yo.
Have that open lines of communication.
So you feel like this was useful
And
today?
Attorney Hertz has a comment on that there.
Let me just say that under the law in Mississippi, a victim is entitled within, I think it's 72 hours to get an incident report and to have certain information shared. It's been more than 72 hours, and that's part of the meeting here today to start getting.
Hello. There go another person that's saying it been more than 72 hours. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, this one of Ben Crump. You know, this one of his white fellas right here. Yeah, they're going to handle their business. You know, Ben Crump ain't just coming in there in the dark, nigga. He going to bring a little brightness in that goddamn DA office and that court. Yeah, hear what my homie had to say. It been more than 72 hours. What y'all doing down here? What y'all doing in Ocean Springs, man? We on y'all niggas' neck. What y'all doing? That's exactly how the homie should have talked, the way he posed. That nigga got the pose, he got the shades on. Nigga, yeah, man, it's 72 hours. You see how he looked at his watch? Yeah, he ready for business, man. Like I said, all them down there at the local bar on some cheers shit. That's exactly what they doing. The DA, the judge, all of them.
The incident report. Let me just say that under the law in Mississippi, a victim is entitled within, I think it's 72 hours to get an incident report and to have certain information shared. It's been more than 72 hours, and that's part of the meeting here today to start getting the incident report and all that information that we came here to collect, as well as listen to the district attorney and what she had to say.
Did you get that report?
No, not yet. We are working with them to say there need to be better communications with the clients and so forth. So the big things that we know, there's going to be a grand jury into the death of Nolan Wells, and number two, that we're going to have a mutual inspection of Nolan's cell phone. We just want to make sure everybody else's cell phone is also being downloaded. Thank you.
Really quickly, as far as
That part. Let him know, Crump. He want to make sure everybody else's phone is downloaded too. And we haven't got that yet since this case been going on. We got tampering with phone, tampering with evidence. Parents are handing the phone to another mama love friend. So the kids didn't have the phone. It was the parent that handed the phone. We don't know who the individual is as far as the parent that handed the phone to mama love friend. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to all that. Why is no arrest yet? And then this the killer part. Ben Crump, the reporter asked him, "Well, you ain't getting no type of DA, didn't give you no heads up arrest or nothing going on." Nope. Ben Crump said nah. But we on them because they trying to cover up something. Like I said, allegedly they in a local bar, they on some cheers shit, having beer, drinking wine, eating cheese, and they talking about the goddamn case among themselves. They trying to look out for the stepmother, aka Miss Judge over there. Yeah, Miss Your Honor, that put the statement out. Yeah, you know, I went to high school with them. I graduated with his mother. You know, we all know each other from high school. You know, my son said he left the island at 4:30. We had mechanical maintenance problems on the boat. Nolan decided to stay on the island. He met a girl. He met a girl there. How the hell you know all that shit to put in the statement, Miss Your Honor, aka stepmother, Miss Judge? How you know all that? Because your little stepson told you that shit? You got it, man. I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up, man. Smoke. Shout out to On Lawrence for the $5 super chat, man. Smoke. The district attorney wasn't expecting Crump and Nolan parents to show up with their evidence. That's a fact. That's why the DA said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get we're gonna get things. We're gonna get things together. Yeah, I promise you, Mr. Crump, we're gonna get things together over here." No, because Ben Crump, Lord knows what type of evidence he came to the table with and threw that shit down on the table on the DA. Now the DA got to fall back. They probably got a time now to do what they got to do now since Ben Crump and on walked in that building. So, Miss District Attorney lady, yeah, you were over there. You know, you was enjoying your little life for a minute. Now you on headlines. Now you in a hot seat now. So now you gotta go get the evidence and do what you gotta do and put your foot on the sheriff's neck. Because he's somewhere around hanging with Katie, Lord knows. Yeah, we need more time, investigation. Anybody out there? Yeah, you somewhere hanging with Katie at the goddamn local bar on some chill shit. Alleged. Can't make this shit up, man. How the hell all this shit coming out and y'all ain't got no arrests or nothing? No clues or nothing. We didn't even get an autopsy from the Ocean Springs yet. And the funeral's next week. They all downtown at Cheers. They're at that bar. That's exactly where the hell they at. Let's continue, gang.
Think is needed for the sheriffs and the investigators to say that there is suspected foul play in this case?
I think that the evidence that is needed to build on is already there. Have they brought these three young men in for questioning under oath? Have they gone through?
Talk to them, Al. Talk to them, Sharp. Like, that's the shit that's bugging everybody out. Like, what's so special about these three kids that took the picture with them? We all know who their parents is, but come on, y'all didn't even take them downtown with all this shit. Oh, I can't wait to the part when they was in a house and on July 4th when Pops went and got the key. Oh my, they was in the house watching a movie in the dark. This is what Javon's mom said. What 18, 19-year-old stay in the house on July 4th at 11 o'clock around there, whatever, watch a movie in the dark? Kids don't even watch movies nowadays. They on their goddamn phones. Oh, I can't wait till we get to that clip. Why y'all didn't investigate these kids, man? Take them downtown. Put the recorder on. Let's continue, man. Hold up. What's going on here? Shout out to Erica. I hope he get justice. That's a fact. Shout out to Erica for that $5 super chat. Shout out to Erica for that $5 super chat. Appreciate that. How many likes we got in the building, man? Come on, gang. Let's get up to 200 likes. There's 300 something people in the building so far. We not done. Y'all know how I do. Once I get it going, I get it going. Pause. Let's get them likes up, man. Smash that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share the video. Do me that favor. The hype button's three dots. Smash the hype button. Get your membership. Be part of Team Smoke also if you can do that. Support the channel. Cash App is in the banner also, or we got the super chat. Let's continue. We're on Al Sharpner because Al Sharpner, when he start talking, he gonna start talking. Let's continue with Al, man. Shout out to Al, man.
A search of. I think that the evidence that is needed to build on is already there. Have they brought these three young men in for questioning under oath? Have they gone through a search of fingerprints and other things on the cell phone? Either they are doing policing or they're doing covering up.
Are there any unanswered questions you think investigators still need to answer?
I think they need to answer why they didn't go get the phone and the keys. Why did it have to be his father run it down? I think they have to answer why they immediately said there was no foul play. I think they have to answer, have they interrogated the three young men? I think they have to answer where there's a reported a video of the young men and him being Nolan arguing, and he said something about his freaking phone. Well, what is on that tape? What are they arguing about? And how did you not question them about the argument? There's a lot of things that law enforcement would have to answer.
Do you think race will play a role in the outcome of this case?
I do not know that race played a role, but I do not know race did not play a role. You got to look at the possibility of racism at different levels. One, were any of the three guys racist? All right. Two, were the prosecutors and the enforcement when the body was found? Is there a racial double standard there? Many of us feel that there were three black guys and a white kid was missing. They would have held them probably in custody and certainly had them seriously under scrutiny on if it was the reverse, in our opinion. But the family has said they don't want to say race, but they don't want it taken off the table. How do we know?
Shout out to Drex James, man. Shout out to Drex on James, if I'm pronouncing your name right, man. Shout out to Drex, though. I'm gonna call you Dre, man. Shout out to Dre James for the $4 on Cash App. Shout out to Dre James for the $4 Cash App. Appreciate that.
Unfortunate part is with this present administration in Washington, Donald Trump, you can't even say, as we've said historically, whether it was from Abner Louima in the 90s to George Floyd a couple of years ago, we'll go get the feds. You can't get this Justice Department. What we can do, though, is go to state court and sue and depose these young men on what they were doing.
I haven't seen our president really speak out about this. Do you think that this is something that he should be speaking out on?
I think that if it was another community and another situation, he would have been up in the middle of the night on Truth Social writing about it. But I won't say that I think he should say something, because given what he would say, I don't think it would be helpful.
What?
He ain't lying about that. Now, I want to get to this little viral video. Now, we're going to get to Secret Sam. Shout out to Secret Sam once again, because he got the video up on his shit. He actually speaks about it like I'm about to speak about it. Now, this is a viral video of two sisters talking about they seen an autopsy. Now, I ain't believe it from the door. I'm just like, how the hell y'all just going to jump on this goddamn video and go viral and talk about something like that? So I ain't believe that. First of all, your job's in jeopardy. Y'all showing y'all face. The autopsy didn't even come out to the world yet. And we got two sisters standing there. Yeah, sis, the body is disrespectful if the body is laying down. You got to put the body, you know what I mean? The head is up. Pause. You got to put the face up. You know what I mean? You can't. I'm looking at him like, what the hell is y'all talking about? Yeah, his body was bruised. He was torturing this and that. And y'all showing y'all face explaining a high-profile case on the internet. I know goddamn well y'all fired by now if it's true. That's number one. There's no way in the world you're getting away with that type of shit. And nobody in your job ain't see y'all two sisters talking about how y'all seen the autopsy. Y'all fired. Once y'all walk in the morning, y'all gone. Your job is history now, because the autopsy haven't come out and y'all over here exposing the shit. So I didn't believe it right then and there. I said, that's a lie. Because you ain't going to just jeopardize your jobs trying to explain an autopsy. That's your job. You got to go to that shit every 9 to 5, wake up, pay your bills. You got to do all that shit, feed your kids, all that. And you're going to show your face, two sisters, and explain how the autopsy looked when that shit didn't even come out to the world yet? Nah, that shit ain't true. Them girls lying. But let's get to Secret Sam, though, man. Smash that like button. We're going to hear what the sisters got to say about this autopsy. I don't believe it, because at the end of the day, you're jeopardizing your life and your job. Basically, your job. If you ain't that firm, because how the hell did they see it? So if you work in a hospital, your job is gone. You're showing your whole goddamn face, number one. I don't believe, I think they were just lying. I think they put some scrubs on and sat on the bed, and they just made up a goddamn story. That's what I think happened, to be honest. Let's continue. Everybody got their own opinion, though. Let's continue, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the button, man. Share the video. Come on, man. We need like 18 more likes to 200 likes, man. Let's get to 200 likes, gang.
And I have a awful video that you guys have to see in regards to Nolan Xavier Wells, and just a trigger warner. It's traumatizing what they're saying they saw when his body was transported to DC. Check it out.
All right, so we want to talk about Nolan Wells today. So today,
look how they chilling, they posed up. Yeah, we just want to sit here and talk about Nolan Wells today. Ain't nowhere in the world these sisters seen that shit, and they talking about they seen the body and they got their face showing, and they looking like, this girl look like she just threw some scrubs on she bought down the street somewhere, or that might be her mom's scrub or something. This right here, this sister right here look like she just got makeup up just to do this goddamn video. She wants to look cute. The one right here, the light-skinned one without the glasses. Y'all know goddamn well y'all ain't seen nobody, bro. That's the damn shame y'all sisters did. I'm disappointed in y'all too, man. For real. These girls are crazy, man. Let's continue though.
Just a trigger warner. It's traumatizing what they're saying they saw when his body was transported to DC. Check it out.
all right, so we want to talk about Nolan Wells today. So today, we actually know someone that works transporting bodies, human remains, and things like that. So today.
So okay, they say they know somebody that work transporting bodies. That person about to get fired because they're gonna find out how to who you. It ain't that hard to find out who the person that work at the transport the bodies. They gonna go to Facebook. They got their own investigation at the jobs. We all know jobs got their own investigation group. They investigate Facebook, all that shit. Oh, y'all think jobs don't do that? Jobs do that. And y'all girls talking about, yeah, we know somebody that transport bodies. Yeah, we know somebody that transport bodies. So listen, look, this is what the person said. Let me guess. Katie told y'all that shit too. Let me find out. Katie told y'all that shit. Let me guess, sisters. Katie work at the transportation part on transporting bodies too. Katie worked there too, right? That she might as well say Katie worked there. Katie all over the goddamn place, to be honest. Oh my God, yo, you can't make that. Yo, they crazy. They say, yeah, we know somebody that worked there. You don't think they're gonna find out who the hell they is? They're gonna go right to your Facebook. Whoever worked there probably got the work history on their Facebook. Yeah, I work at Then they're gonna click on there and they're gonna see the bozo that actually told y'all. So that's a lie. And then they say transportation. It's like, yeah, transportation, human bodies. They ain't even know what word to use. It was Katie. All right. Let's continue, man. You can't make this shit up.
Today I got a call from.
Check it out.
All right, so we want to talk about Nolan Wells today. So today, we actually know someone that works transporting bodies, human remains, and things like that. So today I got a call from that person, and they were just talking about the body that they came across. This was Nolan Wells. So before knowing all that, he said that the body was mistreated. Yeah. It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured. Looked as if he was burnt, maybe. Where? Face, body, said he was burnt. And not only that, his body was mistreated when they transported him. So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting a body, when, only a couple of people work that job, they all know you don't transport the body face down. That's kind of very disrespectful. So you always have them face up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down. And me personally, I took that as disrespect. Yeah. My heart goes out to the family. Yes, definitely. Because all we know is what they put out on the internet. But today, we actually found out a lot about his autopsy without even reading the autopsy. Yeah. It's heartbreaking. I'm so sorry that family had to go through this. Really just want to give our condolences to the family, as a mom or moms, grandmothers.
Yeah, you know how long they probably took the hold on. You know how long they probably took that take to do that? You know how many times they probably messed up? Oh, nah, girl, redo it. Nah, you sitting wrong. Girl, you smiling too much. Girl, you laughing too much. Girl, hold on with it. They probably retake that shit about 20, 30 times to do this shit. Yo, they lying, bro. Nah, they lying, Dante, man. They lying, man. They retake it, man. They did that video like 20 times. Girl, you sitting up too straight. Girl, relax. Relax your shoulders. Girl, throw your glasses on. Make it seem like you a nerd. Like, man, they lying, bro. They lying. I don't care what nobody said. They ain't hear shit. They ain't see shit. That's impossible. I'm just sorry. I could tell a lot of they clout chasing like, man, right now they celebrating. Girl, we went viral. Right now they at the goddamn bar having a few shots right now celebrating their viral moment. And one of them got a baby daddy right now. He buying them drinks. Yeah, I told you it'd go viral. Niggas souped up because they lying and shit. These man, listen, man. He said they telling the truth. Nah, I don't think they telling the truth, bro. Nah, I ain't. I'm gonna keep Domo. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think they telling, man. They had cheers too. They had cheers too, celebrating because they went viral and shit. I don't think they telling the truth. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think they telling the truth. Let's get.
Dad's just family, period. You know, just we give the most prayers to you, and we stand behind you because we know right what really happened, right. So, and at the end of the day, whatever lies those families have covered up, or whatever lies they're trying to cover, we're sorry, and we're here for you, and we just want you to know that what was seen today was unacceptable. It's unacceptable, and that's why we want to inform what's going on during the transport like that, and that's why we want to. What was seen today was unacceptable.
What y'all seen? First, y'all say y'all got the information from somebody y'all know that work at the transportation that transports human bodies. And then y'all said what y'all seen today. That's how I know they lying. So y'all sat there, took 30 minutes to almost, then probably took about 4 hours to do that goddamn video because y'all had to put yourself in the perfect position. Yeah, girl, stand straight. Look like you're serious. You're lying. First, y'all said y'all heard from somebody that work at the transportation. Then at the end of the video, talking about what you seen today. Y'all nervous as hell talking about the goddamn lie story y'all telling. But y'all had cheers though, celebrating, right? We went viral, bitch. Pardon my language. Hey, yo, they got caught in a lie. Y'all said y'all heard a story from somebody y'all know that work at the spot. Now y'all talk about what y'all seen today. Y'all nervous as hell lying. Oh shit, y'all gotta they about to lock y'all asses up. Since y'all want to go to viral so much, yeah, they gonna come question y'all asses there. Y'all gonna end up ratting on niggas from y'all town for no reason. Y'all keep playing with these lies. Y'all keep playing with these lies on these internet, man, with these big ass social media on true crime cases like this. Y'all keep playing. Them feds gonna come knocking on your door. The next thing you know, you're gonna get nervous. You're gonna rat on your baby daddy for no goddamn reason, and he ain't got nothing to do with this case. They gonna come lock his ass up for something totally different he doing out there in them streets. Y'all females keep playing. You on there lying, talking about you heard it. Then at the end, you talking about what you seen today. Man, you can't make this shit up, man. That's a damn shame, man. I swear, that's a damn shame, yo. Let's continue, gang. So let's get them likes up to 200, gang, man. Yeah, you can't make this shit up.
It's unacceptable. And we're here for you, and we just want you to know that what was seen today was unacceptable. It's unacceptable, and that's why we want to inform what's going on during the transport like that. Something you can be quiet on at all when you've seen something so heartbreaking as a child, go through something traumatic. Yes, it hurts to know that was done to him in the ways that we can't even express. Right. And as a person, you should have some type of humanity. Right. And I felt like those people who was transporting him did not have humanity in no way, shape, or form. Because if I can feel the way I feel about the situation, just listening to what happened, you also can listen to what happened to this child. Right. Because at the end of the day, that is a child that you did that to. Right. So this child needs justice. Because we're not going to sleep until he gets it. At all. And I heard the feds are in Mississippi right now.
I don't know. Y'all believe that? Before we continue, y'all believe that? First they say they heard it, then they say they seen. I don't want to talk about they seen their parents talking. Nah, y'all talk about y'all seen that body doing towards that end of that video. Y'all lying. Y'all switching up the story, bro. Yeah, nobody don't believe that shit. They had Applebee's getting that 2 for 20. Yeah, girl, we went viral. Y'all went viral, huh? All right. Drinking that goddamn drink, huh? I know. Celebrating. I told you, bitch, it was gonna work. Pardon my language. I told you it was gonna work. Only thing I had to do was put these scrubs on. and put my glasses. Hey, shout out. Let's continue, man. They said play the video. Hey, Sanders, I'm tired of you and another person came in this chat talking about play the video. Do me a favor. Go search the video and you can play that by yourself. You know what I mean? You can sit there all day. You ain't even got to hear my voice. Respectfully. Because you about the second person that said that shit. And I'm tired of y'all people talking about play the video. I got to stop and react. I just can't let the whole video play, champ. We're like, what we talking about here? I won't even be here then. I might as well just sit down with you and watch. I mean, pause and sit down like everybody else on the laptop and watch the goddamn video. Like, this man, listen, man. If you don't get to, man, listen. Niggas is bugged out. All right, man. Let's continue though, man, because I got something. This video I'm about to play caught my attention. Y'all remember that black coach we seen yesterday did the interview with TMZ? I still got that on clip too. We could go back to that. Y'all remember the black coach from TMZ? Well, I thought he was the head coach the whole time, yo. This nigga's an assistant coach and said there ain't no type of racial shit going on in the school or nothing. He never seen it or nothing in the state of Mississippi in high school. Comes to find out, he's not even a real head coach. Remember, everybody was bombing him in the chat. He's like, oh, nah, man, he ain't keeping it well. He getting paid by them. He's an assistant coach. Man, I understand you helped Pops go to the island and all that shit. But when you did the interview with TMZ, everybody was kind of mad at you on the things you were saying. Number one, let me repeat it one more time. Mama Love and them didn't never said, and we just had a new press conference. They didn't mention that the one video that we got, it's a tall kid there with blue trunks. Mama Love didn't say, that's not my child. So how the hell you assistant coach ass gonna do a TMZ video respectfully and say that's not Nolan in the video? Let's get to this video right quick, because I want to show y'all who really is the head coach.
Person in front of us, let me get this straight. They put another black person in front of us to speak, which is the assistant coach at Nolan's high school that he graduated from. Mind you, this is Jake, the head coach. Why are we not hearing from him? Mind you, by his own admission, it is a majority white school.
No, I don't think it was no racial intention at the school. You know, from my experience, because you have predominant white school, you have black kids there, and they all played and grew up together and got along. Now some stuff might have happened that I didn't see, so I can't speak wholeheartedly on it. But
then no shade, my brother. But why are you speaking to us if you can't speak on it? You know who should be able to speak on it? The principal, Jacob. He should be able to tell us. And it's interesting because in any school district, in the employee handbook, it tells you that you have to get permission before speaking to the media. So explain to us why you gave permission to the one black person to get in front of us and tell us that he does not believe that there's any racial tension in y'all school. I'm calling cap.
That's crazy to me, because you an assistant coach and you got the nerve to say you never seen no racial shit a day in your life in a majority of white school in Mississippi. I don't know if it's really racial, but the history of Mississippi tells it for itself. Shout out to Shay, man, for that $5 super chat. Shout out to Shay for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, love. So we got a cool assistant coach talking about, yeah, I never seen that. If it did happen, I never seen it before. How you never seen it before? You an assistant coach. You probably went to school there and everything, to be honest. Why we ain't getting an interview from the head coach? Why we ain't getting an interview from the principal? Why we ain't getting It's like everybody's trying to cover this shit up. I don't know, man. It's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy to me. It really is, man. He said, you could tell he lying. That's what I'm saying, man. You could tell this little coon, that maybe part of my language, respectfully, allegedly, whatever. Your little assistant coach ass gonna sit there and tell, man, we're gonna get to this video too. Talking about you ain't never seen nothing like that in the school. Yeah, everybody get along there according to what I've been seeing. You're lying. You just don't want to lose your assistant coach because your dream job is to be the coach of the goddamn high school team. That's what it is. Mr. Sanders, we're gonna call you Mr. Sanders, whatever. Tyrone said, yeah, I mean, we're gonna call you Ray Ray, nigga. That's why you don't want to talk crazy, because you on a lap, nigga. You want to be the head coach next. That's exactly what it be. Or the next head coach somewhere else. You know goddamn well you seen that shit. Not for nothing, man. Respectfully, you could get a coach anywhere. If they respect you as a man, respect you as your ability to coach kids and know how to turn them up and be good in that particular sport, your ass could get a job anywhere. You just want to kiss ass. Yeah, I ain't never seen that before. Nah, if it was, I ain't never seen it before. And then you got the nerve to say that wasn't Nolan in the video when his parents never even came out and confirmed that shit. Who paid you? Because I know I know Pops was probably was like, yo, why the hell would he say that to TMZ? We didn't say that was Nolan not in the video. We ain't confirmed that shit. We still trying to investigate the video to see if that's actually Nolan in the video. You heard Ben Crump, but you got the coach here, the assistant coach. Yeah, I don't think that's Nolan in the video either. Cool, man. I can't stand. What, you was with Katie too? Yeah, Rock, you was with Katie too, huh? Allegedly, man. Allegedly. It's for entertainment purpose also. You was with KD 200 assistant coach. That's what it was too. Man, you can't make this shit up, man. Let's get to the interview. let's get to the, let's get to the interview, man. What Javon and his mom actually did on the internet. I'm telling you, Katie all over the goddamn place. Let me find out assistant coaches with Katie that night too. Everybody distracted, huh? They don't know nothing all of a sudden. But they all mention Katie though, right? Nobody know nothing, but they all mention this one girl named Katie. You can't make this shit up, man. Oh shit, yo. I can't, yo. Smash that like button, gang, man. Let's get to the interview with Javon and his mom, actually. And you're gonna hear Mom Dukes, Mama Love, the friend that actually went to the house to go get the phone for her. Remember the first narrative, we thought the kids, I mean the young adults, we thought Nolan friends handled the phone. Nah, that wasn't the case. So she's gonna explain. Finally, we get a face and everything of her, and she's gonna explain what she's seen at the apartment, what it was doing at the moment when she went there, that type of shit. Shout out to the $2 super chat, man. The people are very composed. Yeah. I could agree with that. Shout out for the $2 super chat, man. Let's continue, man. What she said? She said it's the live over. Nah, the live ain't over. I'm still talking. How the live is over? You all right over there? Hey, you all right over there, man? Hey, yo, shout out to Rock, man, for the $4 on. Hold up, that was somebody else. Hold up. Shout out to Rock for the $5 for the $5 cash. Shout out to Rock for the app, man. We're gonna call it an app, man. Shout out to Rock for the C app. Rock, I appreciate that, champ. Hey, yo, you all right over there? She talking about you. Is this live? Hey, yo, you all right over there, Ma? Respectfully, you all right? You must have just, hey, yo, Quay. She said, hold up, no, that ain't Quay. That's on, hold up. That's on, hold up, party VA girl. She said she coming from Cheers. Hey, yo, Ma, where you came from? You came from Cheers? Hold up, we got to cheer together, man. Hold up. She said the live over, gang. Oh, I ain't know the live was over, man. Respectfully, man. We just joking over here, Ma. Shout out to you, though. Oh, shit. Yeah, you can't make this shit up, man. Sometimes I've been eating that live, man. But let's continue, man. Yeah, she tweaking, right? Real reality. I don't know if she's watching the rerun. I don't know if she's trying to catch up. But yo, shout out to you, Ma. Nah, I mean, you might shout out to you. Let's continue, gang. Now this is Javon with his mom, and they doing the interview over here, man. So let's get to Javon and his mother doing this interview, gang. Hey yo, this shit crazy. She loopy, right? Yeah, for real. That shit was hilarious. She says the live over.
A lot of just leaning on each other in this moment and just taking it day by day. That's really all we can do right now. Um, it's been hard. You know, every day is different. And really, every second is different, which is something people need to understand. Grief is not one emotion, right? It's multiple emotions and they're all happening at the same time. And so it's just like one minute I can be I can be okay like this and I can talk about it. And then the next minute I'm breaking down in tears because it's a constant reminder. Because if I'm being honest, we really just have not had time to fully grieve with everything that's going on.
This is your baby, and everyone must understand that. And just day by day, have you been hearing anything from investigators?
No, the last time I spoke with an investigator, it was Major Smith, and I had reached out to him via text message. That was last Tuesday. Other than that, I have not spoken with anyone,
That is
and no one has
agonizing.
reached out.
That is shocking, first of all, but also agonizing to think that has been that much time having passed. I mean, Javon, I want to come to you because, I mean, you're his friend. You were on the island on the 4th. You were on a different boat. Do you recall seeing him at all that day?
Yes, ma'am. I did see him when I was out there on the island.
Can you tell me what you saw? Does anything seem strange to you about the difference that people are saying of how he was separated from the group?
No, ma'am. I don't think that Nolan would say, "Hey, bro, I'm staying with this girl on the island. Y'all go ahead and go back," without even bringing it, like not even asking to get his phone back. You know what I mean? I don't think that any of that.
What makes you so
But-
sure about that? Because, I mean, obviously you've been with him. You spent much.
Let me pause it right there, man. Because I could have sworn she asked on Javon. She's like, "You was on the island." He said, "Yeah, I was on the island." See, my thing is how tight they supposed to be as best friends. Because as all the interviews we got from a friend, Javon is the closest one to him. His mom hang out with Mama Love, all that. So that tells you they close. If I'm on an island, one of my homies that I'm that close with, like a brother, we might as well say they like little. You might as well say you consider them like brothers. When two moms start hanging out, can we all agree? Your best friend, you might consider him as a. You might as well say look at him as a brother now, because both of y'all moms are hanging out. They going to cheers together, nigga. They getting loopy, nigga. They drinking wine, nigga. Y'all brothers now, nigga. But my thing is, if I'm on an island and I see, and I'm gonna make sure, number one, we outnumber out here. Not for nothing, not saying on some old, nah, I mean, y'all get what I'm saying. We gotta make sure we good out here. There's only a few of us out here. You know, y'all get what I'm saying? And then I'm with my brother, aka my best friend. I'm gonna make sure we both know every step that we doing on the island. Javon, where the hell you go? Who you left with? What crew you left with? What boat you left with? Because this the question that I'll never hear. I never hear them ask this question. Who you left with on the island? Did you talk to Nolan before you left the island? Did you and him actually speak before y'all left? Y'all like brothers. I don't get it, yo. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Somebody said, shout out to Barry, man, for the super chat. He said he's another one who's a suspect. That's what I'm saying, Barry, right? It's funny because, listen, we all got best friends. We look at them like brothers. It might be 1, 2, 3, 4. It might be 5 of us. A little, I mean, it's a gathering. We all look at us like brothers. So anywhere we go, we're gonna make sure we got each other back. We leave somewhere, yo, bro, hold up, get your phone. Who you leaving with? So I can know who you leaving with. If you staying out here, I gotta make sure who you living with, bro. Get your phone. That's how we talk. That's how we move. But how the hell Javon ain't? Nigga, first off, who the hell you left at the island? Who you left out of there with? Who's the boys that you came with and left with? That's why when I hear his story, I'm like, What, you was that drunk? You don't remember talking to Nolan? Maybe that's a possibility because you know they teenage. I mean, not teenagers, but they young college kids. They probably was getting loopy. I'm just throwing that in the air. But Javon, how the hell you ain't talked to Nolan before you left? And what time do you leave the island? Because if you left before Nolan, his friends said they left, according to Miss Judge. Yeah, you know, my son said they left at 4:30. You know, Warren, whatever this, you know, little Stevie told me they left at 4. You know, Nolan said he'll stay there. So if he stood there, what time did Javon leave? This the questions I asked his best friend. Maybe the parents might have asked him. They want to keep it on the hush hush. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. Everything ain't meant to be on the media right now. It's meant to be on trial, or it's meant to be when they actually arrest somebody. But that shit is just weird to me though. You get what I'm saying? It's like you was on an island. That's my man. Not for nothing. Pause. No. If I'm on an island, I'm leaving with my brother. Can we all agree? I'm leaving with the homie that I'm always with. He always at my house. He spend the night. We like brothers. We play football together, all that shit. I'm leaving with him like, oh, nah. And I'm gonna let him know that I'm over here running around chasing a girl named Katie, allegedly, because they want to throw a girl out there. I'm gonna let Javon know, like, yo, listen. And remember, Javon said that he don't know the girl. He's saying that Nolan just met the girl on the island. Oh, I got the TMZ interview too. Javon said he don't know the girl. He said Nolan just met the girl on the island. I ain't leaving my homie on that island, bro. We ain't 13, 12 years old, man. We young men going to college. We know better. We've been hanging with each other since before high school and after high school, meaning Javon. I'm not leaving my man on that island, bro. And if I do, I got to make sure my man is comfortable, and I got to make sure my man got his phone, meaning my brother. We've been friends since goddamn childhood. I'm not going to just leave him on the island. Yo, bro, you good out there? Nah, I'm going to make sure he good. Or he should have been out there. That's a fact, Maurice. That's a fact, Maurice Jones. He should have been out there. He should have left with his man. When we go to clubs, what we do? We leave with our homies, right? Or we make sure our homie is good getting back, or the homie make sure we good getting back. Call the homie up. Yo, you made a home, nigga, you good? Yeah, man, I made up here, man. You know, I got a little loopy and shit, nigga. Word the ball, nigga, that shit was jumping down there, nigga. We make sure our homies is good. I ain't leaving my homie on the island like that, man. That's why I'm like, Javon, what the hell you doing out here? Let's continue with Javon, though, with his mom and this little interview they did. Because I want y'all to hear what she had to say also when she got to the house.
A lot of time with him seems strange to you, but also agonizing to think that that has been that much time having passed. I mean, Javon, I want to come to you because, I mean, you're his friend. You were on the island on the 4th. You were on a different boat. Do you recall seeing him at all that day?
Yes, ma'am. I did see him when I was out there on the island.
Can you tell me what you saw? Does anything seem strange to you about the difference that people are saying of how he was separated from the group?
No, ma'am. I don't think that Nolan would say, hey, bro, I'm staying with this girl on the island. Y'all go ahead and go back without even bringing it, like not even asking to get his phone back. You know what I mean? I don't think that any of that.
What makes you so sure about that? Because, I mean, obviously you've been with him. You've spent a lot of time with him. Did you know him to be someone to leave his phone or even say, you guys go without me?
Never. I've never known Nolan to stay back while his friends leave. He's always been a guy where if he rode with you, he's going to come back with you. That's always how he's been every single time.
You know, this friend of his, Trayston, also told ABC that video people have been talking about that was said to show some sort of altercation, it did not involve Nolan. He says it was actually him yelling in the video and that you and a family member were holding him back because he'd been in a fight. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am. We were calming Trayston down, in that video where he said, "Give me my effing phone back," it sounds like him. So I'm pretty sure that he was right on that. But
Javon, I'm so
Here we go, another lie. Now, remember the video, the one video we got, when you hear somebody arguing and you hear them dropping the F-bomb. Javon, you know you done F'd up, right? You know you done F'd up, right? In TMZ interview, you said clearly that was somebody else. That was another friend. You said clearly they was trying to get the homie off the island because he was bugging out. I got the interview. We could go back and we could get to the TMZ interview and I could clearly let y'all hear what he said. I understand he's a young adult, he's a young teen, he's an older teen. Sometimes they make mistakes with their words. We all been there, so I understand that. But you clearly said that they was trying to get him off the island. You said you was there. But then in this interview, it sounded like you sound like you wasn't there when he was arguing. You say like, yeah, he right about that. Yeah, if he said that, yeah, he right. That was some arguing. You just said that right now. But in the TMZ interview, though, you clearly 100% was sure that Jose Shepard, that's what we called him, Little Shepard, the one that Mama Love and them don't really know like that. The one that just did the interview the day before yesterday with ABC 2 days ago. You said it was him. But then in this interview, you acting like, oh, now you act like you don't know it was him. So you going by what he said because he confirmed that that was him arguing in the video, which we don't even know who this person is, to be honest, because we got an audio interview instead of a face interview. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if y'all don't remember that. In the TMZ interview, I could clearly go back and let y'all hear that shit. He had two different theories about the argument and about who was arguing. It sounded like he was there the first story. Now in this story, acting like he wasn't around the argument. It sounded like he just going by what he heard. This shit crazy. Let's continue, gang.
so sorry to think of some sort of altercation. It did not involve Nolan. He says it was actually him yelling in the video and that you and a family member were holding him back because he'd been in a fight. Is that accurate?
yes, ma'am. We were common tracing down in that video where he said, "Give me my."
So he said he was holding him back. But then you stumble later on and act like you try to put yourself, you wasn't there. See, what happened is the reporter put him on the spot. Because in the first TMZ interview, you said you wasn't holding Jose Shepard back. You said there was other people holding him back and they was trying to take him off the island. But in this interview, the lady's saying that you said you was the one that holding him back. Yeah, I was the one holding him back. So what is it? This shit crazy, yo.
My effing.
Did not involve Nolan. He says it was actually him yelling in the video and that you and a family member were holding him back because he'd been in a fight. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am. We were common tracing down in that video where he said, "Give me my effing phone back." It sounds like him. So I'm pretty sure that he was right on that. But
How that sounds like him, but you the one holding him back. Y'all get what the words he's saying? You the one holding him back. You're there. You're hearing everything. You the one holding the dude back that's going berserk at the moment, dropping the F-bomb. Let's continue.
Javon, I'm
yes, ma'am. We were common tracing down in that video where he said, "Give me my effing phone back." It sounds like him. So I'm pretty sure that he was right on that. But
Javon, I'm so sorry to think about what you must be going through and thinking about what's happened to Nolan. I mean, you mentioned a phone. Tashima, a huge question so many people have is why he would have left his cell phone behind. And you say you were the person who actually went and retrieved that phone for the family. How'd you get your hands on the phone? Where was it?
That is correct. Christine called me and told me, hey, where are the boys? Nolan hasn't been heard from since such and such time. Where are your boys? I said, well, Javon is with his girlfriend, and I just spoke with Jalen, and they are headed to downtown, which I was literally getting ready to get in the shower to go downtown as well. She said, well, Nolan hasn't been. So I instantly called with Christine on the phone, Javon. Javon said no, he hadn't seen Nolan since early on the island. And he was like, what? Are y'all serious? We was like, yes. And so Christine interviewed.
So Javon was already on the land. They was already on the land, according to Mom Dukes, according to Javon mom, Mama Love. They was according to her kids, they saying they was already on the land last time they see Nolan, he was on the island. But what time though? Let's continue.
Intervene in the conversation. She
Where was it?
That is correct. Christine called me and told me, hey, where are the boys? Nolan hasn't been heard from since such and such time. Where are your boys? I said, well, Javon is with his girlfriend, and I just spoke with Jalen, and they are headed to downtown, which I was literally getting ready to get in the shower to go downtown as well. She said, well, Nolan hasn't been. So I instantly called with Christine on the phone, Javon. Javon said no, he hadn't seen Nolan since early on the island. And he was like, what? Are y'all serious? We was like, yes. And so Christine intervened in the conversation, said, Nolan has not been heard from since he left the island. So Javon was like, well, that's when I seen it. I haven't seen it since then. Again, everybody goes their separate ways. So I then hang up from Javon because obviously there's nothing he can say to tell me anything. So then Jalen, I call him. Jalen did not answer the phone. Christine again is on the phone. Jalen did not answer the phone. LeBaron, I called, after he didn't answer the phone, I called LeBaron, which is their other friend, LeBaron Broomfield. He answered. He said, Jalen is in the gas station. Hold on. So he said, hey, Jalen, Mom on the phone. So he was like, Jalen, like, what's up, Mom? What's going on? I was like, hey, have y'all heard from Nolan? They said no. We have not heard from Nolan.
But where was the phone?
So I was like, well, okay, so.
Yo, I gotta pause it right quick. Cause like TTTV said, that lady lining their asses up. I ain't gonna lie. You hear her questions? Where was the phone? She all into the story. She like, what's going on? Who went to the house? Who was over there? Who they yeah. Hey, yo, shout out to that lady, man. Shout out to her platform. Whoever that lady is, yo, she on it. Yo, she's on it. She asking exactly the questions that exactly what we need to hear. She on Javon. Yeah, so how you feel? So was the last time you seen them? And yo, she's on it. Shout out to and look at Ben Crump face. Ben Crump at the screen like this. This Ben Crump. He like this. When I go back, look at Ben Crump. He like this. He just hearing. He like, yeah, lady, keep asking them questions. I gotta find out all this shit. Yo, I swear to God. Oh shit, yo. Damn, bro. Yo, somebody done effed up, man. Somebody done effed up. I'm telling y'all, that lady, she need to be part of this goddamn case. I ain't gonna hold y'all because she on it, boy. Pause. She on this case, man. Hey, yo, let's continue, gang. Yo, this shit is crazy, man.
That's when we. So he said, hey, Jalen, Mom on the phone. So he was like, Jalen, like, what's up, Mom? What's going on? I was like, hey, have y'all heard from Nolan? They said no. We have not heard from Nolan.
But where was the phone?
So I was like, well, okay. So that's when we started tracking the phone. Well, for Christine, it said one place, but for them on Snapchat, it showed another place. So that's the place we went to. And it showed that everybody that was in the house, it was like a lot of people there. Like it was, I'm not familiar with all the kids. I only know like one or two people there. But it showed that the phone was at what a lot of people were at. So that's how we knew where to go to. We went there. They were all there. They were sitting there like.
Hey, yo, yo, I gotta go back to her face expression when she said, "Where's the phone?" Hold up, gang. Hold up, man. Hold
The
up,
house. It was like a lot of people. Okay, so he said, "Hey, have y'all heard from Nolan?" They said, "No, we have not heard from Nolan."
But where was the phone?
So I was
yeah. Yeah. She ain't even trying to let her finish that question. She like, nah, where the phone at? Like, yo, her voice, yo, it's her voice too, yo. She sound like a lawyer. Yeah, she sound like a lawyer, but yo, that shit got me down there in tears, yo. This lady, yo, word is, yo, for real, she's on this, man. Oh shit. She's like, where's the phone? Yo, smash that like button, man. Let's get to a 250 likes, man. Oh shit, yo. Let's continue, gang. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. My condolences to his family. Man, at least this lady on this case, though, even the lady that's interviewing her. The lady that's interviewed, the way she's coming, it's like she's coming, she don't trust nobody. She's even questioning a friend. Y'all don't get the same vibe? Like she's questioning a friend, answering her crazy questions. Her and her son, Javon. That shit crazy, yo. That shit got me down there in tears.
I was like, "Well, it's in the gas station. Hold on." So he said, "Hey, Jalen, Mom on the phone." So he's like, Jalen, like, "What's up, Mom? What's going on?" I was like, "Hey, have y'all heard from Nolan?" They said, "No, we have not heard from Nolan."
But where was the phone?
So I was like, "Well, okay." So that's when we started tracking the phone. Well, for Christine, it said one place, but for them on Snapchat, it showed another place. So that's the place we went to.
Yeah, let me ask y'all a question. Is that possible that one app could show another place and Snapchat shows another place? Anybody know anybody good in them type of devices and shit? Like somebody in the chat, we got 385 people in the building. Smash that like button. Somebody give me that answer that I'm asking y'all. Is that possible that one app could show you that you located somewhere else? I guess Mama Love had the 360 app, but the shit on Snapchat shows something else. Somebody said yeah. Shantae said yeah. JD5 said it's my first time hearing this shit. Lewis said ain't no integrate. Nah, ain't none of that, nigga. Ain't nobody got arrested. None of that shit. Somebody said it's possible. He said, wait, mate. He said, hold up, wait. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah, Rock, they stuttering and everything, right? Yeah, I kind of peeped that too, Rock. I mean, that's why the lady said, "Where's the phone?" She started stuttering, but that's when she went to the location. If you set the app to only location track when using, but I feel like when you set an app with only location trap, it's gonna locate, like it's gonna actually every app is gonna locate where you at. Why another app will show a different location? That's the shit that's throwing me off. You said that the app 360 is accurate. That's why I looked up that app. They said that shit official. Life 360, that shit, yeah, they said that app official. Javon and his mom is traders, in my opinion. Damn, Jesus said they traders. Damn. He lying. He said others can be lagging, so it's not updated as fast. That's what I was thinking, Tay. I was thinking maybe it was lagging. The location probably wasn't updated fast. Sometimes that shit happens when it doesn't update sometimes. You might be somewhere down there 20 miles. That's just saying you down there 10 miles back. Know what I mean? Because it ain't updated. It ain't catching it on Wi-Fi and all that. I don't know though, man. But when they got there, the boys had a phone though. So I don't know. That's kind of interesting though. I ain't gonna lie. He said none of this makes sense. That's a fact, Brandy. That shit crazy. Let's continue though.
That's when we started tracking from Nolan.
But where was the phone?
So I was like, "Well, Okay, so that's when we started tracking the phone. Well, for Christine, it said one place, but for them on Snapchat, it showed another place. So that's the place we went to. And it showed that everybody that was in the house, it was like a lot of people there. Like it was, I'm not familiar with all the kids. I only know like one or two people there, but it showed that the phone was at what a lot of people were at. So that's how we knew where to go to. We went there. They were all there. They were sitting there, lights off, watching TV.
Did they immediately give you the phone? Because knowing that phone was there.
It took about 15. They did. They gave me the phone, but it took about 15 minutes to get the phone. Because I even asked, I'm like, did y'all have to walk back to Horn Island to get the phone? Or like, where's the phone? Because it took so long when they said it was in, when Wyatt told me it was in his truck, it took him so long to get the phone back to me. So when they brought the phone back.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tashima. I want to hear that.
When they brought the phone, after I said something about it, he was like, well, she's.
Why she feel like she nervous? Y'all get that feeling? I get that feeling like she feel like she's in downtown. They question her. She like, you know, I'm trying to get that. Like she feel like she mad nervous. Remember when I tell y'all, no matter what, as a parent, we always gonna protect our kids if they right or wrong. Can y'all all agree? Because the feeling I'm getting off of her, like she mad nervous. That's why I say that lady that's asking the questions, she on her neck and she got to stutter like, girl, you not in court. You ain't in the station. Ain't no police. Ain't no investigation going on with you. She's like, you know, she just stuttering. I don't know. Everybody saying they agree. Everybody saying, yeah, man. He said, I don't like the homie mom, right? Yo, one life. Shout out to my Knicks, man. Hold up, man. We got a Knicks fan. Yeah, man. Life get it right, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to my life get it right, man. If I got it right now, man. I see that Knicks logo, man. Shout out to my Knicks, man. You already know, man. But yeah, man, she's stuttering. You know, we gonna go back. We're gonna go back from the beginning of the interview when, yo, she been stuttering from the beginning all the way to the end. I know Mama Love looking like, yo, why the hell you stuttering so goddamn much? Listen, I'm not saying that she had nothing to do with it. I'm listen, don't look at me acting like me. No, don't do that. Don't look at me and say, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm just going by how she acting right now. She's stumbling and fumbling right now. She over here, she over there. I mean, she all over the place like Katie right now. That's how Katie gonna act. Watch. That's how Katie gonna act. Watch. Let's continue. He said, Knicks got that. You already know JD5. Come on, man. Yo, she was stumbling the football. She over here, she over there. Yeah, she all over the place. Let's go back, though, man, because she's stumbling hard.
She's going to get.
Javon, I'm so sorry to think about what you must be going through and thinking about what's happened to Nolan. I mean, you mentioned a phone. Tashima, a huge question so many people have is why he would have left his cell phone behind. And you say you were the person who actually went and retrieved that phone for the family. How'd you get your hands on the phone? Where was it?
That is correct. Christine called me and told me, hey, where are the boys? Nolan hasn't been heard from since such and such time. Where are your boys? I said, well, I was literally getting ready to get in the shower to go downtown as well. She said, well, Nolan hasn't been. So I instantly called with Christine on the phone, Javon. Javon said no, he hadn't seen Nolan since early on the island. And he was like, what? Are y'all serious? We was like, yes. And so Christine intervened in the conversation, said, Nolan has not have been heard from since he left the island. So Javon was like, well, that's when I seen it. I haven't seen it since then. You know, again, everybody goes their separate ways. So I then hang up from Javon because obviously there's nothing he can say to tell me anything. So then Jalen, I call him. Jalen did not answer the phone. Christine again is on the phone. Jalen did not answer the phone. LeBaron, I called, after he didn't answer the phone, I called LeBaron, which is their other friend, LeBaron
Yeah.
Broomfield. He answered. He said, Jalen is in the gas station. Hold on. So he said, hey, Jalen, Mom on the phone. So he was like, Jalen, like, what's up, Mom? What's going on? I was like, hey, have y'all heard from Nolan? They said no. We have not heard from Nolan.
But where was the phone?
So I was like, well, okay, so that's when we started tracking the phone. Well, for Christine, it said one place, but for them on Snapchat, it showed another place. So that's the place we went to. And it showed that everybody that was in the house, it was like a lot of people there. Like it was, I'm not familiar with all the kids. I only know like one or two people there, but it showed that the phone was at what a lot of people were at. So that's how we knew where to go to. We went there. They were all there. They were sitting there, lights off, watching TV.
Did they immediately give you the phone? Because knowing that phone was there.
It took about 15. They did. They gave me the phone, but it took about 15 minutes to get the phone. Because I even asked, I'm like, did y'all have to walk back to Horn Island to get the phone? Or like, where's the phone? Because it took so long when they said it was in, when Wyatt told me it was in his truck, it took him so long to get the phone back to me. So when they brought the phone back.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Dashima. I want to hear that.
When they brought the phone, after I said something about it, he was like, well, she's going to get it. I was like, who's going to get it? He's like, the girl's going to get the phone.
Here we go with the girl. Didn't I tell you they're always bringing up a girl for some strange reason? Always bringing up a girl. I don't know why, but they always bringing up a girl for some strange reason. I don't know why that shit always happen. Give me a second. I don't know why they bring this girl up all the time. Like, who the hell is the girl? They keep bringing up the girl, the girl, the girl, the girl, the girl. I want to know who the hell is the girl, to be honest. Like, who is she? Let's cut the shenanigans out, to be honest. Oof, got that camera zooming in. Look at that camera zooming in. That shit on a whole nother level. But let's continue, gang. Let's continue.
To the grand jury, win the investigation. Never pay attention to what they say. Pay attention to what they fucking don't say, because that's not the complete method. But what they're trying to do is stream this to grand jury, which is proper, but no, we want them fucking arrested. We want a fucking mugshot. We don't want you taking it straight to the grand jury so that you can streamline a fucking no bill. No, we want a official fucking arrest of these thugs that did something to Nolan and has lawyered up instead of assisting his parents. So no, you're not going to skip a fucking step. You're going to make these thugs get arrested with a fucking warrant. They're going to take a fucking mugshot. They're going to have to post bond. They're going to have to go in front of a magistrate judge to post bond. Then you send that shit to the grand jury. We're not new to this. You're not going to try to play in our fucking face, lady. We know what the fucking procedure is. And that's the procedure of when you're trying to fuck up a case of an innocent black boy to fit your fucking power in that community. Nope. You're not going to do that on our watch. So don't be coming out here Goldilocks saying that y'all going to take it straight to the fucking grand jury. Cool. But take it to the fucking grand jury after the police have issued official fucking warrants. They have been put into handcuffs. They have been taken down to the station. They have been fingerprinted, strip searched, have to spend the night in a cell, having to go before a magistrate judge where a bond can be set, and their parents having to foot the fucking bill because these thugs in charge can't fucking afford it. That's the process you better do. Don't come to us talking about some fucking streamlines and no bill and shit. Girl, we're not dumb. We're not you. And you're not gonna play in our face about Nolan.
I know that's right. Yes, sir. Then I got this camera zooming in, zooming out. Like this shit on some motion shit. I gotta fix this shit. This shit is bugged out. Look at this shit. Hold on, look at that shit on motion. That shit move whatever I want to move. And I'm in the trap. We in the trap, nigga. Hold on, what we got here? Shout out to E for that $10 super chat, man. He said, why are we hearing from everyone except the 3 guys on the picture? That's a fact. That's what I keep saying. Where everybody at? Like I said, they hanging out with Katie at cheers and shit. They doing cheers and all this shit. That's what they doing. You can't make this shit up, man. You know what it is? I just did this new update on this camera, so this shit is like wicked right now. This camera wicked as hell right now. I don't even like the way this shit look, to be honest. This shit be zooming in like a motherfucker. That shit zoom all the way in. But yeah, man, how y'all feel about Javon, though? Let me ask y'all a question. How y'all feel about Javon with his 2 stories from TMZ and this one? That's what I want to know. Because according to what I'm hearing, it sounds kind of 2 different stories. Y'all want to hear the TMZ story? Because we got that also. He said he not Nolan down. They keep trying to throw back voices on the screen to soften the blow. He said, yeah, he's a sucker. You see how this shit zooming up and down? This camera bug. This that new update. This shit wicked. Word up. See my nigga B.I. Rest in peace to my nigga B.I. He said he involved in something for sure. Let's go to that TMZ one. Now, y'all heard that story. I'm going to have both of them upload. Let's go to that TMZ one. Because I don't know. Javon sounded kind of crazy. Where you at, Javon? Respectfully, where you at, Jay?
But is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away, for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into the altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in that altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it. So
Describe that. That's kind of interesting. What was that about?
He was just very hostile. Like he was just like really like mad. Like they were just trying to, like the parents on that boat were trying to get him out.
I'm curious if the police have. I know they said they're still investigating. Did any investigators ever speak to you about what you saw that day?
No, sir.
Really? Okay. Cops have not talked to you yet.
No, sir.
That's odd.
I don't see why the cops would have. I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like like I had said my plea, like because whenever I had talked to the people at Sunheard, it was whenever the body was discovered, and the autopsy people and the all those people were there.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Because you knew Nolan well, and you knew that he was friends with these guys who were the last ones to be around him before his body was found.
Shout out to, what was your name? Me my baby, or Meow baby, if I'm pronouncing it right. Yeah, shout out to you for being a membership. I appreciate that, girl. She said that's her in the back wall. How she get a picture up there? Let me find out. That's you in that wall? That's you? Hold on. That's you right here? She said, how you get my picture on your wall, Smoke? Oh, no, that's somebody else. Hold on. That's Brownie Tito. Oh, now you bugged out. Oh, with a name like that, that's you? Oh, now, yeah, we got to get you. Yeah, let me get you off the screen right quick. Respectfully, let's continue, man.
Was found. You knew.
Because whenever I had talked to the people at Sunheard, it was whenever the body was discovered, and the autopsy people and the all those people were there.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Because you knew Nolan well, and you knew that he was friends with these guys who were the last ones to be around him before his body was found. And I would think they would at least want to know, hey, just the things we're asking.
Right.
You know, did you
Yeah.
ever hear of any of this stuff? It's odd to me.
Just to gather information.
Yeah,
as
that
part
the
of their
cops wouldn't have
investigation.
contacted you. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, I'm completely fine with that. Like I said, I have nothing to hide. Like, that's my boy, and I want him to find justice. Like that, like this whole case thing, like whatever, like this whole situation, and none of this adds up to me. So like, it's really hard, like, for like people to just like keep on saying things when like none of it adds up.
In the video that
You see, I'm not going to really be on his neck like that because he's a young kid. I don't like how this camera is. Yeah, I don't like this camera. This new update, this shit move around too much. I got to show my nigga B.I. in the back, man. They wildin'. But yeah, I'm not going to really like be on him like that because I can understand that he probably nervous also. And, damn, now my goddamn Mike, everything going apart right now. What the hell going on? Let me find out somebody wishing some shit on me. All right, let's lower this camera down. Let's lower it up. Let's lower it down. Let's lower it up. Let's lower it down. Let's lower it up. Let's lower it down. Let's lower it up. Let's lower it. I'm trying to tell y'all girls back to that. Let me stop playing out here, bro. But yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and really say that Javon lying, yo, to be honest, because maybe he nervous. Maybe he's nervous. You gotta understand, this is a young kid. He's 18 years old. A lot of people feel like he might know more than what he know, but I don't think he'll hold something back. Cause you gotta remember, he ain't mentioned them kids not one time. We had a whole nother interview that somebody said they knew them kids. The first friend that went on the internet, we don't even know who the hell the person is. Some little another Spanish kid said, yeah, we know about them other guys. We know what type of drugs they be on. We don't know that. That's the problem. Bring it back. Bring it back. Hold up, we gotta go this way. There you go. There you go. He said they was watching ET phone. You know the part that bugged me out the most when the Mama Love friend said when she got to the house, they were sitting there watching TV in the dark. What teenagers at 18, 19-year-old gonna sit, college kids gonna sit in the dark and watch television by 12 o'clock at night on 4th of July? You know something was up. And they took 15 minutes to even try to get the goddamn keys. I mean the phone, pardon me. Because, you know, the keys came from Pops. Pops said they were scrambling and gambling the whole time trying to find the keys. And then then they mentioned the girl. The girl ended up calling them. The keys on top of the Xbox. It's too many twists and turns in this goddamn shit, though, to be honest. There's way too many. But I want to bring this video up. Because remember I told you how these dudes be coming down there marching and all that shit? Y'all know how I feel about that shit? Remember I told y'all how these dudes be marching and all that? They be coming down there with the march religion and all that shit?
Let me get.
There we go with the mute. I don't talk to myself about goddamn near about 60 seconds. That's a goddamn shame, man. I swear to God, man. Hey, yo, I can't, man. You can't make this shit up, man. I'm on mute for a whole goddamn 60 seconds out here, man. I swear to God. I don't even want to repeat the shit that I just said, man. Like, I don't even want to repeat that shit. Oh, shit, yo. You can't make this shit up, gang. Word up, man. But anyway, hey, yo, Shay said what's your high? Oh shit, yo. Yo, but anyway, like I was saying, y'all know how I feel about that march and shit. They be coming down here, you know what I mean, on the black and white thing. They want to march all the time and all this. Well, my thing is, we got a lot of black on black crime among our young kids, among the young teens, among the young adults. Why these niggas never come down there when it's shit going on like that? Chicago's off the goddamn chain right now. I mean, they out there knocking each other heads off. East Coast, New York, same thing. Philly, Philly, they down there knocking each other heads off, them kids. Why niggas ain't down there marching doing that shit when shit like that happen? We got innocent little 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds getting hit. Drive-by. These little YNs want to do drive-bys, clap, clap, boom, and they hit they hit a little 2-3-year-old. Why you ain't down there marching doing that shit? See, when it comes to a black and white thing, that's what I always be like, nah, yo, this gotta be, it got something to do with money. Niggas getting paid to come down there to march and all that. I don't know. I'm just assuming. I don't know. I'm not into politics and all that, to be honest. Because all that shit is politics. Let me play this clip, man.
The straight. These guys are marching, yelling, and screaming for this story. Right? But they don't seem to care to march, yell, and scream for this story.
8 children were probably asleep in this house in Shreveport, Louisiana this morning, and now they are all dead. And police say it was the father of at least 7 of the 8 who came into the house this morning, started shooting, and killed all of them. The window that you see up there on the side of the house, police were telling me that a couple of the children tried to escape through that window, and one of them did, got out the window, jumped down, ran to a neighbor's house down on the street, called police to get here to the scene. And then when police got here, they found the 8 children deceased.
Or this story.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm on the way to you. Just to confirm, where was she in the house when you saw her last?
No, she wasn't in the house, ma'am. She been playing outside today. And she asked me, can she play for a little bit more before it got dark? And I said yes. And I literally, her bath water is in the tub, ran, and dinner is cooking, and I came out here to get her, and I can't even find her.
22-year-old Michelle Herring and 23-year-old Jamaria Harris faced separate hearings on July 5th. The parents were arrested Saturday morning and charged with murder-homicide by child abuse. Herring admitted to
Y'all remember that case that's going on with the 2 parents and them kids, right? That shit's hitting the headlines. Where these marching ass niggas at down there? Respectfully. 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 Now, I don't agree with the dude doing the video because he looked like a funny dude, whatever. But at the end of the day, his content makes sense. I'm only showing the content because his content makes sense. You got kids getting unalive out here, man. We should be marching down there, stopping that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? Shit crazy.
disposing of.
Came out here to get her, and I can't even find her.
22-year-old Michelle Herring and 23-year-old Jamaria Harris faced separate hearings on July 5th. The parents were arrested Saturday morning and charged with murder-homicide by child abuse. Herring admitted to disposing of Javea's body. If convicted of homicide by child abuse, both Herring and Harris face 20 years to life in prison.
Or this situation. As you can see, the only time so-called black people in America are outraged is when so-called white people are involved. Again.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree with that? Because not for nothing, respect. I'm getting tired of this goddamn camera moving around. I ain't gonna lie, this shit drive me crazy. I'm gonna have to change this shit. But anyway, do y'all agree with that? Because like I said, I don't like, you see how I look. I mean, respectfully, shout out to you for doing the content and all that. But, you know what I mean? We can see how you look and all that. So I don't know, you might be on that. But your content is good, though. I ain't gonna lie. Your content is good. That little video you did was good. But that's something I look at sometimes, too. Because when we see all these little innocent kids getting hit up doing drive-bys and all that, we don't never see no marching going on. Where's the marching at? We get a little bit of talking in front of the city hall and all this type of shit, whatever, but we don't get no marching.
Again, the only time they're out here yelling and screaming is when so-called white people are involved, of so-called black people losing their lives. Shame on all of you. This is why I say there's no such thing as a so-called black community. It's a facade. You only care about black people when so-called white people are involved.
I don't know about the brother. I mean, listen, like I said, I only play the content because, I mean, I was just trying to throw something in there. But the brother, I don't know about him. I mean, you know, he got the glasses on. You know, got the white boy glasses on. Oh shit! That nigga had the white boy glasses on and everything, but his content was good though, because it kind of makes sense a little bit. Know what I mean? He said, "I don't mean no harm, but everybody was hurt behind those 8 children. It wasn't the black and the white thing. That part, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. Why they not marching behind that? You get what I'm saying? Pretty much 8466. You pretty much. You get what I'm saying? Why them niggas ain't down there marching for that, man? Them kids, come on, bro." Nasty work. They said they was marching for equally. I understand that. But they only do that shit when it's a black and white thing. We got to march for our kids also. We got to march for the next generation, the next generation, the next generation. We got to march for that. Because not for nothing, this shit is out of hands. Either a tragic story happen like that, which you just seen, or we knocking each other off every day as far as the YNs. So I understand the equal shit. I understand that. But we got to march for other things also, too. Besides it's a black and white thing as far as the equal thing. He said, so what should they do? What should they do is march down there and make sure that shit don't be happening. Try to do something. I ain't got the answers. I'm just saying, though, we need more politics involved in that, too. This shit going on too much. Especially with the clock boom and these little YNs are knocking each other's off every day. Like, come on. I don't see no white boys spinning around the block knocking each other off. I don't see no white boys going down the street, clock, boom, knocking the little homies off. Do we see white boys in Chicago doing that shit? In Philly and all that? Whatever other cities, California, whatever? I don't see no white boys spinning the block. It's on own. It's on own that's doing that shit. It's the little YNs that's doing that shit. And while they doing that shit, you got little kids getting knocked off, come on, man. He said we marching DC to stop the violence all the time. Shout out to DC. I respect that. A lot of cities don't do that pretty much. You see what Chicago going through. They probably do it, but that shit ain't working. And DC, they down there knocking each other off too a little bit. Know what I mean? Shout out to DC though. He said we need some community programs, but funding and stuff like that might make cover up so people unite. The girls is the key. You know what I think it is too though? You know, back in the days, yo, we had after school programs. We had summer programs in your local parks. These kids ain't got that shit. Anybody from the 90s, late 80s and all that shit, that's the era I actually grew up on. We had programs, we had after school programs, we had summertime camps. Your local park had a little summertime thing going on, little basketball program, shit like that. I mean, there was programs all over the town, all over your city. They don't got that shit no more. These kids are bored. These kids are bored, man. Only thing they got is they phone and video games. I remember after school programs when I was a kid. I couldn't wait till the summertime come. We should be all in the park, little program, little snacks, all that shit. You know what I mean? Even growing up to like 10, 11 years old, that shit was still going on. Then you grow up as a teenager. You got your little high school programs and shit. Like, they don't got that type of shit no more. They done cut all that shit off. They done put all the money, all the funds on other shit. They done cut all the funds off in school programs. School programs saved a lot of kids in the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s a little bit. Once they cut them school programs off, now these little kids want to experience the street life. Now they want to be King Von and Little Dirk and NBA Young Boy and all this shit. Know what I mean? That's what's going on, champs. That's what's going on. There ain't no programs out here for these kids, man. No programs at all. And I know people live in cities and all that shit. There ain't no programs for these. There's barely programs in the suburbs. The only thing you're going to have is sports activities. And that shit costs nothing but money, especially in the suburbs. You see, the reason why I'm talking about this, because if you lived in the hood, urban cities, whatever, city-wise, whatever, programs didn't cost that much like the suburb programs. That's why we had multiple programs during the summer times in the city or in your local town. There was a lot of school programs. Once you cut the school programs off, now we ain't got nothing for the kids. Now they got to play football or some type of sport to keep them active. Now I mean, keep them active, and all that shit costs money. Every parent can't afford that shit. Yeah, you even had the YMCA. That's a fact. The YMCA is still around, I mean, but it was shit. Back in my days, there was a whole bunch. There was way more. If you look at a lot of cities, they don't even got YMCAs no more. Them shits in the suburbs. Back in the day was totally different, man. It was, man. It was totally different, man. It was totally different. We had way more shit. Basically the whole thing I'm trying to say is we was outside. We had to go outside to go meet Ray Ray. We had to go outside to go meet that chick down the street. There wasn't no Facebook. There wasn't no Instagram. There wasn't no Twitter. We ain't had none of that. So you had to go outside to go meet people. And if you ain't go outside to go meet people, how you gonna meet them? That's when the school programs come up. After school program, go to your little local bodega, local store, whatever. Now these kids can't even go to their own store. They might think they get shot or something. We ain't had to worry about that shit growing up. He said they favor the suburbs more than the hood, though. That's a fact. Suburbs getting everything. They trying to knock a lot of hoods in big cities and make them shits nice hoods. $3,000 rent, condos. That's what they doing to the hoods. Knocking buildings down in the hoods and making them shits high rent. And what you got? You got people scattered all over the place. To the Park Skating Ring Mall. They don't even got skating rings no more. They don't even got roll. They don't even got rolling. I mean, they don't got shit no more for these kids. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. They ain't got nothing. Nothing. Said my son played football team. Yeah, that's all we got right now for the kids in sports. He said we did have Black Planet. Hey, Rock crazy. He said, yeah, we had Black Planet back there. I remember that shit. I live in Trenton. I live in Trenton, Jersey. Was had YMCA boys in the girls club, have weed and seeds. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Trenton, man. I saw that shit and I don't think that's true. What you saw, Ma? We got Ma back in the building. She focused down. Okay, salute. Quarter water. Yeah, they don't know about the quarter water. $25 potato chips. Y'all remember the chips was $25? Ooh, little cakes, $25 chips. Man, you went in that store with $2. You was coming out with a nice snack pack. Nice snack pack. $2. $2 to get you a nice snack pack back in the days. You was coming out with like 3 chips, 3 little cakes, little quarter juice. What? You was good for the day. You was good for the day. I'm back in the day prices. You can't beat that shit. I'm trying to tell you, man. Friday night skate was lit. Yeah, they don't even got that type of shit. He said back in 1985. Nah, that shit ain't true, swag. I'm $25 chips and all that shit lasted all the way to like 99, bro. Cut it out. Come on, chat. I remember that. In the 90s, that shit was still $25 chips, all that shit. And them shits had way more chips than they got now. You open that shit up, that shit ain't nothing but air right now. And they charging about 50, 75 cents. Damn near $1 for one chip now. And that shit ain't got nothing but air in it. You better hope you get by at least 20 chips in that bag. Shit. 20-cent Little Debbie's. That's a fact. Everything in Little Debbie's was 25 cents. Like, man, I grew up on that era, man. For real. For $1, you goddamn right. You went in that shit. I used to go in there and get them. I used to get 2 chips. I used to get a little cake. And I used to get that goddamn quarter water. And I used to have, I used to walk up on my day. I said, I'm good for the day. Let's go. Shit, I'm outside, nigga. We outside, nigga. Yeah, I miss them days, man. Shout out to the 90s, man. For real. And shout out to the late 80s. For real, man. But yeah, man. We had to go through that shit today. Y'all know I always bring a little laughter involved in this shit. 50 Cent can pop. That's a fact. You know what's crazy? You know, different places call soda different, right? So the East Coast, you know, we go in there, we be like, yo, we want a soda. And when I went to like the Midwest, anywhere else, whatever, I went in that store one day and said, yo, I need a soda, man. That man looked at me back in the days of the night. He's like, man, what the hell you talking about? I said, man, I need a soda, man. Y'all ain't got no sodas at like 50-cent sodas, them little CNC joints and all that. He looked at me, he was like, man, we got baking soda over there. Man, I ain't know they call it pop. You know, there's certain places called soda pop. Not all places call shit different. So I'm like, yeah, he talking about, you talking about pop, man? He said, man, I could tell you ain't from out here. Where you from? East Coast? They always say New York. You from New York, huh? I'm like, man, listen, man, I'm just coming to get a soda. He said, man, the pop is in the back. I said, man, you got to be kidding me. They said, man, y'all call that shit pop? I ain't know that shit. I swear, when you explore other places as a young kid, man, that shit be crazy, you know what I mean? Because everybody got their different lane going shit on different things. I said, man, this nigga said pop. I said, what? I ain't know what the hell he was talking about. I said, man, I need I said, man, I need a CNC soda, man. Shit. That's a fact, Christy on roll. Shout out to Chris on Crystal. Shout out to Crystal. Crystal 25, man. Yeah, I miss them days too, man. That's a fact. You know what's crazy? It was more loyalty, more family orientated. Family was always there. Nah, man, it was more gatherings. Like shit was different back in them days. He said, I'm from Detroit too. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Midwest. I ain't know y'all call soda pop. Know what I mean? Out there in the Midwest. Well, I don't know about now. Well, back in the 90s, when I went in that store and I asked for a soda, he said, man, you talking about baking soda? I said, hell no, I ain't want no baking soda. I'm talking about a soda, like something to drink. He said, oh, you talking about a pop? I said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That shit crazy. Cold drinks down south. That's what y'all call it down south, cold drinks? Mm. We call it pop down south too. Oh, all right. He said, pause. Oh, shit. Yo, this camera driving me crazy. This shit going left, right. This motherfucker on this camera, pardon my language, this goddamn camera in the Matrix right now. Oh, they call it soda in VA? Oh, all right. You know, we consider that shit like East Coast, man. North Carolina, VA. But it's really Southern, though, man, when you go deep in there. Pause. You thought you was trying to cook up. He said he thought you was trying. Yeah, right. That's a fact. And I'm like, I think I was about, what, 14 at that time when I walked in that store. I never forget that shit. He looked at me like I was trying to get some bacon soda. That nigga's like, oh, this little nigga, and he trying to get in the kitchen. I'm in there trying to get a little, nah, I mean, something to drink. This old head, nah, I mean, shot the pops, man, back in the day. That nigga looked at me like I was trying to get in the kitchen, man. That shit was hilarious. I went back and told my pops that shit. My pops said, yeah, man, we don't call that shit soda up here. I said, damn. I said, he must have thought I was trying to go in that kitchen, man. Yeah, man, nasty work, though. But what y'all think is going to be the outcome of this goddamn story, gang? Let's start there. What y'all think is going to be the aftermath to this shit? Y'all think it's going to be some justice? Y'all think we're going to get a surprise autopsy or some shit like that? What y'all think going to happen, man? Because we got a lot of fake friends talking too, to be honest. Has to be, or they're going to riot. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's going to be nasty one way or another. That's a fact. That's a fact. How many lights we got in building? 285. I appreciate that. That shit matched the count. He said my cousin came from Chicago, soda pop. We laugh. That's why I said when people come to different towns and cities, yo, they be laughing like, man, get your ass out of here, man. We don't call that shit that, man. He said 5 whole wings and a drink for $3.50. I know that's right. Oh, don't mention the Chinese store. You know, a Chinese store, man. What, man? You went in the Chinese store back then, you got them 4 wings, pork, 5 rice, man. That's $5, nigga. $5. You left out of there by some spots was full. I mean, let me get 4 wings and pork, 5 rice. That shit was $5, $5.25. Go in there and ask for that shit now. That shit gonna cost you damn near about $10 now. That shit crazy, man. DMV. Even Mr. Sophie ain't the same no more. That's a fact. Pause. If you really from the South, anyone can tell you they call pops, call drinks gang. My people from Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia, Texas, call cold drinks. Yeah, man, the Chinese store prices went up too. I'm like, yo, bro, you go in there with $5, you ain't leaving out with shit. I'm trying to tell you, man. I mean, back in the day, Chinese stores, man, they saved a lot. Man, they saved a lot of homes back then. Let's start there, man. Shit, 10 minutes. A lot of niggas going to jail soon. Yeah, I think that too, though, Damu. I think a lot of people about to go to jail in this case too, man. That's a fact. I just hope that I don't think Javon knows shit though. Know what I mean? I think that's his little homie. I think his little homie keeping it solid. I think his little homie just, know what I mean, nervous, know what I mean? It's a big spotlight, it's a big case. It's all over the world. Everybody watching this case all over. So Javon might be a little nervous to be honest, but the mother kids, yeah, little Steve and them niggas, oh yeah, they going to jail. And the only way they might not go to jail is because they parents. And we all know their parents. One of them a judge, lawyer, high law enforcement, all types of shit. So he said no good Hummer trucks. This could be what sparks the race war. I hope not, champ. I hope not, man. I really don't. I hope not. I saw that shit. I was like, damn, these bitches lying. Yeah, them chicks lying, man. Them chicks lying too about that autopsy. That shit is a lie. I don't believe that shit. If so, we won. I've been on here, but what, 2 hours, 30 minutes? And I gotta fix this camera. This shit moving around and shit. This shit gave me a headache. I gotta fix this update. I don't like this camera. This update moving around. This shit on the Matrix. This shit like. Oh, now I want to move now. Look, this shit. Come on, man. You gotta move, nigga. Hold up. There you go. I don't like this shit. But let me get up out of here, gang, man. We done chopped it up, man. Hopefully we get the autopsy tomorrow. Tomorrow's goddamn Thursday, to be honest. So we'll see what's going on with that situation. And for them 2 females that gave us that lie about the autopsy, I don't know. Listen, I don't believe y'all. So maybe it might come out. Maybe them 2 girls probably telling the truth. That should be bugged out because when y'all go to jail, y'all gonna get fired. You know that shit, right? For the 2 females that did that shit and they really come out that body is exactly what y'all said, y'all getting fired. Y'all might as well start a YouTube page. Y'all 2 start talking about this case. Do something because for y'all to get that type of information, y'all getting fired. Not for nothing. But hopefully that shit ain't happened though, man. Know what I mean? So rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Hopefully the autopsy will come out tomorrow. We'll see what happened, gang. And yeah, and I'm up out here, man. It's focus on your face. Yeah, I gotta get that shit off, man. This camera's like, look at this shit. This shit is bugged out. This shit. You know, we in a trap, nigga. Let's go though, man. I'm up out here though, man, gang. Love y'all, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Smash that like, smash that hype. Share the on video, do all that. It's your boy Smoke News TV. If y'all know, y'all know. I'm up out here, gang. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells too, man. You already know the vibes.
Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it. Cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I get my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype